Hi sungula ntirho wa hina, ni ta kombela mfundhisi ku va hi pfulela ntirho hi xikhongelo. Loko va ri kona eka nhlengeletano,
Any volunteer?
un'wana na un'wana loyi a ti nyiketelaku.
Thank you.
Inkomu.
Heavenly Father, we would like to thank the Lord for the opportunity of attending this important gathering. Lord, Ye alone knew the reason why we would have to gather, and we request that He be amongst us at this moment, so that whatever is going to be presented be understood. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we believe that it is already done. Amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
Kensile swinene mfundhisi.
Can we all rise for the national anthem?
Hi nga yima hi milenge hinkwenu hi ta twa risimu ra rixaka.
Thank you very much.
Kensile swinene.
My name is Anake.
Vito ra mina hi mina Anake.
I'm the acting chairman
Ni mutshamaxitulu wo khomela
of the committee, portfolio committee on health
wa komiti ya palamende ya timhaka ta swa rihanyu
in the National Assembly.
eka palamende ya tiko hinkwaro.
I'm with my colleagues, members of the portfolio committee.
Ni na swirhokuloni swa komiti.
They are going to introduce themselves to you.
Va ta ti tivisa eka n'wina.
I'm going to start with Honorable Van Staden.
Ni ta laha muchaviseki Van.
Dumelang, goeiemorgen, good morning. My name is Philip van Staden. I'm a member of parliament and a member of this portfolio committee. And thank you for having us in your community today.
Rexile eka hinkwenu vito ra mina hi mina Phil Van Staden ni xirho xa komiti leyi ya palamende hi khensa ku va mi hi amukerile eka ndhawu ya n'wina.
Good morning, and I trust that you are all fine this morning. My name is Janine Notnagel from the National Assembly, and I am also a member of this portfolio committee. Thank you.
Rexile hi na tshemba hi sekile vito ra mina hi mina Janine kusuka eka komiti na tshemba leswaku hinkwenu mi ta va mi tekile.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Tembe Kwayo, Member of Parliament and serving under a committee on health. Thank you.
Rexile hi mina Dr. Susan ni kumekaka eka komiti leyi ya palamende ni khensa nkarhi wa n'wina.
Ahi, dumelang. Okay. My name is Nhlanhla Xaba. I'm the member of National Assembly, a member of Parliament, serving in the Portfolio Committee of Health. Thank you.
Vito ra mina hi mina Nhlanhla Qava loyi anga xirho xa a tirhaka ka komiti leyi ya swa rihanyo inkomu.
Tumela, morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Shavard, member of National Assembly and also member of Portfolio Committee Health. Thank you.
Rishile vito ra mina hi mina Dr. Shane ni xirho xa komiti naswona ni xirho xa parliament inkomu.
Thank you very much, honorable members.
Kensile swinene vachaviseki.
We also have officials from parliament
Hi tlhela hi va na vaofisiri kusuka epalamende
and staff of parliament.
na vatirhi va palamende.
I'm going to introduce Ms. Majalamba, our portfolio secretary.
Ni ta twisa manana Majalamba lava va nga matsalani wa komiti.
Ms. Mtia,
Manana Mtia,
Ms. Ngomane,
Manana Ngomani,
Mr. Rahim,
Tatana Rahim,
Mr. Mwabe,
Tatana Ngwabe,
Ms. Makubane.
Manana Magubani.
I think she's outside busy with the administration.
Nga ku vona va ri handle va karhi va lulamisa timhaka ta ntirho walowu.
Ms. Ntabeni
Manana Ndabeni
and Ms. Mudiba.
na Manana Mudiba.
And also we have the office of the minister. We've got 2 advocates.
Hi tlhela hi va na magqweta vambirhi kusuka kumbe vayimeri vambirhi kusuka eka hofisi ya holobye.
Thank you very much. But also we have a member of the National Department of Health.
Hi tlhela hi va na xirho xa ndzawulo ya swa rihanyo ya tiko hinkwaro.
By Chief Director Mr. Lin Muyeng.
Mulawurinkulu Tatana Lin Muyeni.
Okay, uteng or sampana le ko tseleng.
Va kona kumbe endleleni.
I don't know from the municipality or the office of the MEC.
Ni nga tivi kusuka
someone
eka
who was sent.
masipala kumbe eka hofisi ya MEC loko ri na munhu loyi a va yimelaku.
Or the municipality or the district.
Eka masipala wa laha kaya kumbe wa
Any
xifundzatsongo.
representative that was sent to come and join us in this meeting.
Ku nga va ku ri na muyiva ku ta va na hina nhlengeletano leyi.
All our interpreters,
Na vatoloki kumbe vahundzuluxi va ririmi va hina.
the security trust,
Xiyenge xa hlayiseki na vusirheleri.
and also the media, and I think, yeah, I've covered.
Na vahangalasi va mahungu.
I'm going to start to ask maybe if there's somebody who's going to welcome us, who was assigned by the municipality to come and welcome us.
Ni ta sungula hi ku kamba loko ri na munhu loyi a nga ta hi amukela loyi kumbe xana nga rhumiwa hi masipala ku ta hi amukela.
It seems no one.
Swi tikomba ku nga ri na munhu.
We will pass that item.
Hi ta xiyenge xexo
Maybe they will make a closing remarks,
kumbe xana va ta hi nyika marito yo pfala.
but everyone is aware that we are here as parliament.
Vanhu hinkwavo va swi tiva leswaku hi kona la tanihi palamende.
I'm going to do the purpose of the public hearing. Just to summarize of the tobacco bill.
Hi ta sungula hi ku nyika nkatsakanyo wa nawumbisi lowu hi nga tela wona ku langutisa eka timhaka ta tobacco.
The purpose of the tobacco bill,
Xikongomelo xa nawumbisi lowu wa mafole
the tobacco bill product and electronic delivery system control bill,
nawumbisi lowu wa magoza yo sirhelela rihanyo ra mani na mani hambi ku ri ku langutisa maendlelo na madzahelo kumbe endlelo ro deliver hi ndlela ya xi-electronic
B33 of 2022,
ku nga nawumbisi wa B33 wa lembe ra 2022
was introduced in Parliament by the Minister of Health on the 31st May 2023.
nawumbisi wu tivisiwile epalamende hi holobye wa swa rihanyo hi n'hweti ya May.
Section 59.1 of the Constitution requires the National Assembly of the Assembly and its committee to facilitate a public participation in the legislative and other processes.
Nawumbisi wu koxa leswaku komiti ya palamende yi famba yi yingisela mavonelo ya vaaki ehenhla ka timhaka ta nawumbisi lowu
To increase and improve quality of participation.
hikwalaho komiti yi lava ku andzisa ku va nawumbisi wu fikeleleka na ku va va kota ku nghenelela hi xitalo.
Informing and educating, consulting, and involving the public in the processing of tobacco products and electronic delivery system control bill.
Hikuva ku tiyisisiwa ku vaaki va tiva hi nawumbisi lowu naswona va nghenelela eka nawumbisi lowu wa swikumiwa swa fole na system ya madeliverero ya electronic.
This is the second province, and today it's our second public hearing in Limpopo province. Represents the second leg of a public hearing on its bill. The portfolio committee will be visiting all 9 provinces.
Leri siku ra vumbirhi laha xifundzeninkulu xa Limpopo xa ku kutwa mavonelo ya vaaki naswona lexi i xifundzakulu xa vumbirhi lexi hi xi endzelaka hi ta va hi karhi hi endzela swifundzankulu hinkwaswo swa 9 kutwa mavonelo ya vaaki laha tikweni.
The bill seeks to repeal the Tobacco Product Control Act.
Nawumbisi lowu wu lava ku cinca nawu lowu wu ri kona wa swa mafambiselo ya mafole.
Act number 83 of 1993 and its 3 amendments.
Kunga nawu lowu wu ri kona wa 1993 wa nomboro ya 83 na swinawanawani swinharhu leswi fambisanaka na wona.
1999, 2007 and 2008.
Kunga swa 1999, 2007 na 2008.
The current bill will close the loopholes and address a certain aspect not covered by the Primary Act.
Nawumbisi lowu wu ta pfala mavangwa la a ya ri kona na ku khumba swiyenge swin'wana leswi a siyiwe handle hi nawu lowu nga ku tirhisiweni ka nkarhi wa sweswi.
This bill aims to, amongst other things, to bring tobacco legislation in line with the current developments internationally.
Exikarhi ka swin'wana nawumbisi lowu wu lava ku tisa timhaka ta matirhiselo ya swa tobacco ku va swi fambisana na milawu leyi nga kona eka kumbe ya misava hinkwayo.
By regulating smoking, the packaging, sale and advertising of tobacco products.
Hikuva ku lawuriwa madzahelo ku navetisiwa na swikombiso leswi nga kona eka maphepha la phutselaka kumbe maphutselelo ya switirhisiwa swa fole.
And electronic delivery system.
Hambi ku ri madzahelo ya xi-electronic.
There will be a prohibition of smoking in certain areas such as enclosed public places and workplaces.
Ku ta va ku ri na ku aleriwa ka ku dzaha eka tindhawu to karhi ku fana na tindhawu leti ti va ka ti pfaleriweke kumbe ti pfariwile hambi ku ri tindhawu ta mani na mani.
In any motor vehicle or a private enclosed space when a non-smoker or a child is present.
Hambi ku ri ku dzaha eka tindhawu leti ti nga tele xihundleni kumbe leti nga pfaleka loko ku ri na n'wana endzeni.
In a private dwelling premises of a multi-unit residence if smoking interferes unreasonable with others.
Nele ka tindhawu leti ku tshamaka vanhu vo tala ti nga pfaleka ku averiwaka ndhawu naswona swi ta siveriwa loko ku ri ku dzaka kona ku ta va ku karhi ku kavanyeta no kanganyisa van'wani va vatshami.
The bill prohibits all forms of advertising or promotion of tobacco or electronic delivery systems.
Nawumbisi lowu wu tlhela wu alela ku navetisiwa kwihi kumbe kwihi ka timhaka ta swa mafole hambi ku ri madzahelo ya xi-electronic.
The minister will prescribe the packaging and labeling of tobacco products, including a health warning.
Holobye hi yena a nga ta va karhi a kombisa leswaku mafole ya ta va ya phutseriwe hi ndlela yihi naswona ya va na swikombiso swa njhani.
The bill brings about restrictions of sales of tobacco products,
Kasi nawu wu ta va wu karhi wu tisa ku aleriwa ka ku xavisiwa ka switirhisiwa swa mafole.
not allowed to sell to children
A va nga pfumeleriwi ku xavisela vana,
in health establishment,
a va nga pfumeleriwi ku xavisiwa eka tindhawu ta swa rihanyo,
and no distribution through the postal services, courier services, or internet.
a swi nge pfumeleriwi ku va swi hangalasiwa hi ku tirhisa tiposo leti ta ku famba ku rhumeriwa vanhu hambi ku ri hi internet.
The minister will appoint a monitoring committee
Holobye u ta thola komiti leyi nga ta va yi vekiwa
that will monitor the implementation of tobacco control programs, laws and enforcement.
leyi nga ta veka tihlo eka timhaka hinkwawo ta milawu ta ku landzelerisiwa ka milawu na matirhiselo.
In conclusion,
Kasi loko hi katsakanya,
the bill seeks to provide legal framework for vulnerable groups
mbisi lowu wu lava ku va na matirhelo laya nga ta langutisa lava va va ku va kandziyeriwile,
such as children,
va ku na vana,
pregnant women, non-smokers,
lava va nga dzaheki,
including those who do not smoke e-cigarette, and employees.
ku katsa vatirhi na lava nga dzaheku mafole ya xi-electronic.
Now we are going to allow you as a community to speak.
Sweswi hi ta pfumelela n'wina tanihi vaaki ku vulavula.
Each representative
Muaki un'wana na un'wana kumbe muyimeri un'wana na un'wana
or a speaker will be given minutes to make their inputs.
xivulavuri xin'wana na xin'wana xi ta nyikiwa nkarhi timinete to karhi ku nyika mavonelo.
Speakers should introduce themselves
Xivulavuri xi fanele ku titivisa,
and state the organization
xi tivisa nhlangano lowu xi humaka eka wona,
they present
nhlangano lowu xi humaka eka wona,
or whether they a member of a community.
na loko va ri ntsena muaki.
So we are going to give you an opportunity as community now.
Hi ta mi nyika nkarhi sweswi tanihi vaaki.
We are going to start with this row.
Sungula hi tlhelo leri.
Any hands, anyone who want to make input?
Ku nga va ku ri na lava va lava ku nyika mavonelo, mi nga kombisa hi ku yimisa voko.
It's one. You can use the mic.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is allowed, but I don't think it is. We were just handed this kind of things outside with a lot of lies there. So I don't know how we are going to deal with that because it's inappropriate.
Va vula leswaku a va swi tivi loko ku ri swa pfumeleriwa kambe va nyiketiwe maphepha yo fana leri ri nga khoma hi mutshami wa xitulu hala handle hi ku ya hi vona ri nga na mavunwa yo tala. Va lava ku tiva loko ku ri swa pfumeleriwa na ku tirhisiwa ku yini mayelana na mhaka leyi.
I'm still checking.
Na kambisisa.
But in the meantime, can I note hence those who want to make inputs?
Loko na kambisisa mhaka leyi ni kombela mavoko ya lava va lavaka ku nyika mavonelo.
You will be the first. No, in Diagbona, I'm still starting with this side.
Na mi vona na sungula hi
Shirt. I said I'm going to start with this side and then this side will follow.
ni vule leswaku ni ta sungula hi tlhelo leri ivi ku ta landzela tlhelo
The
lerin'wana.
guy with the white shirt will be number 1 at the corner.
Lava nga mbala hembe yo basa,
And then Mama, you'll be number 2.
mhani va ta va vumbirhi.
Anybody from this side will be number 3 at the back.
Get the platform.
Mi ta va wa vunharhu le ndzhaku.
I'm going to come to this side. Can I note hands?
Ni ta eka tlhelo lerin'wana ni kombela mavoko.
Also, you'll be number 1 with the green t-shirt. You'll be number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. Ke ho notile. I've noted you. I have noted you.
Hi mi vonile, hi mi tekele enhlokweni.
It's fine, it's okay.
Protection Service, can you please assist us? Because I've noted the guy. I don't know why he's shouting us.
Va vusirheleri mi nga hi pfuna hikuva ni va vonile a ni tivi ku why va ha ya mahlweni va karhi va huwelela.
In that sequence, can we get people? I said you'll be number 1. Ke kopa re ska lwanang kaofela rona re tlo ba le nako ya ho bua re utlwe di input tsa rona re tlile mo ho lona re le parlamente because re batla ho utlwa maikutlo a lona hore le ikutlwa jwang ka pele e re tlisang ho lona ha ona motho e re tlo mo kwalelang ka ntle hore a ska thola a chance ya hore a bue ke kopa le se matshwafo fatshe ke a le kopa batswadi baka.
You are all going to be given an opportunity to speak. There's no one who's going to be denied an opportunity. So I would like to plead with you to calm down.
Can you please fill up the chairs, those I've appointed for them to speak?
Re kgopela bao ba ba shupileng ba tle mo ditulong tše di beilwego mo.
Number 1, can you start?
Number 1, re kgopela o thome.
Yeah, Kishap. Kgotso,
Greetings.
Lina ki Paulina Siemela
My name is Polena Siemela.
from Baphalabora Municipality,
Ke tšwa ke le mmasepaleng wa Baphalabora,
Ward Committee ka Ward 10.
a ward committee member at Ward 10.
Nna ke supporta bill.
Ke thekga molaokakanywa o. I support this bill.
Ke kgopela government e tatafishe letsogo mo go di shopo tša gae bo spaza shopo le ba ba rekišago di cigarette mo strateng go latela molao gore ngwana cigarette a e reke ke ngwana wa under 18 years.
I would like the government to actually look into the spaza shops and those who sell cigarettes on the side of the road to ensure that they comply with the law so that children who are under age do not get to buy cigarettes
Ka ge ba ira utsuba mo strateng ka o reka didulu.
in the street.
Let's be comfortable. Thank you, Chairperson. Ke leboha le Parliament o jena go ewe o da mo greater than Should I get
Leboga
close?
Mudlastulo, and I would also like to thank the Parliament for having taken its time to come here in Zanin.
My name is Franz Mpekwane. I'm from the ANC and also from Sanko. I'm from Ward 2 in the Greater Zanin municipality. Franz Mpekwane.
Lina la ka ke Franz Mpekwane, ke tswa ke le ko ANC.
I'm from Ward 2.
Ke tswa ke le
Zanin.
Ward
From
2,
the very same
Greater
municipality.
Zanin.
Yes, thank you. Genana, na se re tshwanjo re
I think today we should tell truth and stop telling issues.
Why I'm saying this, Gore, in the 2021, we had a lot of economical instability.
Lebaka la gore ke bolele se ke ka baka la gore re bile le leuba le la COVID ka ngwaga wa 2020 le 2021 jwale re ile ra ba le go se tsepame go gogolo.
So, ge magala, when most of the resources or the taxpayers' money, Ido zamaya kita bagar no, let's ban the illegal traders or smoking and all those kind of things. In this kind of the economical situation,
I get surprised when of the taxpayers' money is being used for purposes of ensuring that people do not get to sell cigarettes and all of that in this kind of an economic situation that we are in.
and again, there is a sort of saying, my mother was a kitchen girl and my father was a garden boy. Mara instead ya ore relugis economical instability rdoapa ka utsuba gwai. We've been baba ngwe we attack ne ka tšhelete ore she was doing the illegal trade. A rekisa cigarettes kwa strate. A kona ngisa skoloni so that I can able to stand before you so that you can obulela le score. But as the parliament which you have voted by the people, you are not invited. You are voted by the people. Mara today you take most of the time. Let's smoking. We had COVID. We had a lot of economical instabilities. Nankinana rolingo la dalare. Reduela basadi ba regisa magwinya. Reduela batho ba regisa cigarettes. Because we grown from that part. Everybody is from there.
Now, I am surprised that today we are here discussing the legal selling of cigarettes. There is a song that says that my mother was a kitchen girl and my father was a garden boy. Now, for us to be where we are, our parents raised us up through selling in the streets. So, for us to be what we are today, some of us managed to go to schools and we are educated today. So we are who we are because of their struggles. So I am surprised that we are now discussing things that actually benefited some of us.
South Africa is a very democratic society. So Maragam Kweluridia gone. I think you taking us back to capitalism. We believe in the Britain stuff. Maybe for argument's sake, if you ban the marketing and the public relation of cigarettes, what will happen to those employees by Lord they were working in the marketing department? Because now our people, they voted for our parties. You will not go there in parliament because of the some of you.
Now, South Africa is a very democratic state. And again, for you to be where you are there because you were voted by us.
No, it's fine, but
Can you
it's
conclude?
fine. It's fine. I'll conclude. But in a nutshell, what I'm saying, we had COVID, people, they were retrenched, and it was a whole lot of things. Mara Rena, we take the taxpayers' money. They don't rule mo. Rabari Jerry, a lot of money. Refill somebody cater because for cigarette. Why?
What is your point? Are
My
you supporting
my
the
point is, yes, I'll give you my point. My point. Why you
switch off?
in a nutshell, Chairperson, or let's focus on the development of South Africa because I never lot of work smoke. Not everybody smoking here. That's not a national disaster. You will be calling people.
We heard you. Your time is up. Thank you very much. Can I clarify the minutes? Ne? Because we must also allocate that. I'm allocating 5 minutes per speaker.
Motho o mong le mong o fiwa metsotso e mehlano gore a bolele.
Good morning, everyone.
Ke dumedishe.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jerry Mukwena under the municipality of Zanin. Under Ward 22, I'm holding the portfolio of youth, gender, and disability.
Leina la ka ke Jerry Mokoena ke tswa mo masepaleng wa Tsanin.
Under youth, what we need under youth, gender, youth, and disability.
Can you raise your voice?
Under the portfolio of youth, gender, and disability.
Ansika committee vantshwa na vatsoniwa.
I agree with the bill, but it has loopholes.
Ni pfumelana na ubisi kambe wu tlhela wu va na mavangwa.
One,
Ro sungula,
we have other substances which are made from tobacco are not mentioned in the bill.
ku na switirhisiwa swin'wana swi humaka eka tobacco kambe a swi hlayiwi eka nawumbisi.
Number two, on advertise, you didn't take it fully. We are having South African who are youth which are employed to deal with advertisements. So will those people be unemployed if tobacco is no longer gonna be advertised?
Eka ku navetisiwa am tekela nhlokweni leswaku ku na vantshwa lava tirhaka na vanhu va tirhaka eka khampani ka xiyenge xa vunavetisi vula leswaku vanhu valava va ta lahlekeriwa hi mintirho ke.
Markets and spaza shops, tobacco substances, they are the most selling items out there. Rather, give them a restriction that they should not sell them to underage people, but when they sell them, people must also have ID as they do with alcohol.
Eka lava va ti xaviselaka van'wana swimawusa va xavisaka mafole a ku fanele ku va na swipimelo swa leswaku va nga xaviseli vana kumbe ku va na swipimelo swo karhi swa leswaku lava va xaviselaka va ri na mapasi ku endlela ku lawula leswi ku tirhisiwaka xiswona ku xavisa.
The last one. Tobacco has a lot of impacts on our economy. As it is, we are having people who are having chronic diseases which are dependent on smoking. It can be any substance, either let's draw or whatever, any substances. Those people, are they going to be treated differently than all of us? As you said, the bill is going to have restriction of smoking indoor, outdoor, for pregnant women where we are surrounded by kids. So those who are having chronic diseases, what about them? Where do we place them in this bill?
Xin'wana xo hetelela leswaku ku na vanhu lava va nga na mavabyi yo karhi ya nkarhi wo leha lawa ya tshembelaka eka switirhisiwa swa tobacco tanihileswi mi nga kombisa leswaku nawu wu ta va wu ri na swipimelo swo hlaya endzeni ka yindlu ehandle ka tindhawu leti ku nga na vana na lava ya mirini xana vona mi va veka kwihi na switandzhaku leswi nga va kona loko va nga ha ku tirhisiwa leswi.
That's all. Thank you.
Ni hetelela kwalani inkomu.
Can I request that speakers, you must indicate whether you support or you are not supporting the bill.
Ni nga kombisa leswaku swivulavuri swi kombisa loko ri maseketela kumbe makanetana na nawumbisi. My brother, you are supposed to indicate whether you're in support or not.
I said I agree with it, but it has loopholes. That was the first thing I said.
Ni kombisile masunguleni leswaku ni yimana na hombisi kambe una mavangwa yo karhi.
Inkomu swinene ku nyikiwa nkarhi.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Vito ni Martin Tivana kusuka kwala Nkowankowa wa 21.
My name is Martin Tibani. I'm from this village in Nkowankowa from Ward 21.
Our community itikomba yiri ku faceni ka ti challenges ta ku tala. Ku hlaya swona I mantutu vana va Ntavasi.
Our community seems to be facing a lot of challenges. To even mention those, I won't be able to even mention those.
Maphorisa ya hina ya tsandzeka ku pfala mafole lama kalaka ma nga ri nawini. Xikombiso mafole lama ti Royal Express ma nga hi nghenela hi nkarhi wa lockdown.
Our police are failing us. They are unable to actually control the illegal cigarettes that are being sold ever since lockdown.
Sweswi lexi hi hlanganaka na xona I ku vatirhi lava va tirhaka le ka ti tobacco farm va ta helela hi mintirho loko n'wina mi nga swi tekeli enhlokweni leswa mafole. So mina lexi ni vulaka xona I ku I don't support the bill. I thank you.
Okay. So we are going to face a problem where the people that are working at the tobacco farms are going to they're going to lose their job. So what I will end by saying that I do not support the bill.
Dumelang, ke Veronica Tolo from Palabora Ward Committee.
Greetings, my name is Veronica Cholo from Palabora.
My biggest concern ke taba ya batho ba tsuwang ne.
My biggest concern is about the smokers.
I support the business because business ela e khona re thusha gore batho ba borena ba khona o dieng ba bereke. But the problem ke one gore the conditions tele ba beetseng ala ba beela the rules and regulations how to use cigarette ne. Nna ke na le asthma ne mara batho because of ba shumisha the lost draws gongwe le go gongwe they don't care gore mang o affected byang ke mo na le problem gone. And a registration ya gore why le sa register those companies the legal companies tse di tswelelang ka di lost draws tse di leng gona ga ne beacho.
I support the tobacco business, and the only problem is that those people who sell, they do not get to learn or to be taught as to how to ensure that they comply with the rules and regulations. I am a person who suffers from asthma, so that those who are smoking, they just smoke wherever. They do not look as to whether there are people who are affected by what they're doing.
And se sengwe ke se ke ne re gopela parliament ya rena e re thushe mo baneng ba ba reng ba tsuba di lost draw ba ba reng a ba so fitlhele that age.
Now I would also plead with the issue whereby young children are smoking, whereas they have not yet reached the age that permits them to smoke.
And di barking di kwa tse di sa registerwang again ga di ngwadiwa tsela tsa re if you smoke una le danger eso if una le nyenyeng ga di ngwadiwa at all.
The other problem is that the cigarettes that are not actually permitted to be sold, the illicit cigarettes, are not written on their packages where it states they are dangerous. They are not written.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Nomasonto Mahluku.
Greetings. Lina laka ke Nomasonto Masuku.
I'm from SASTA, which is South African Spaza and Tech Shop Association. I'm from Soweto.
Nisuka eka sasta kusuka Soweto.
As SASTA, we say no to the bill.
Tani sasta hikna na bumbiwa.
The bill in its current form, press of South African smokers to the scientifically substantiated products which are in a alternative to smoking cigarettes.
Now mbisi eka xivumbeko xa wona sweswi wu alela vanhu ku va va kuma switirhisiwa swin'wana leswi swi nga kona swi pfunetaka eka ku va munhu a papalata ku dzaha fole.
If the government want to hear what informal traders think about this bill and the impact it will have on the informal trade, they need to give us the time to do it properly.
Loko mfumo wu lava ku tiva leswaku van'waswimawusa va hleketa yini hi nawu mbisi lowu na switandzhaku leswi swi nga kona va fanele va swi endla hi ndlela ya kahle.
The majority of traders don't know about the bill yet.
Van'waswimawusa vo tala a va tivi nchumu hi nawu mbisi eka nkarhi wa sweswi.
The bill will harm informal traders, but one of the most damaging clauses was a ban on the sale of single cigarette sticks.
Nawu mbisi wu ta onhela van'waswimawusa eka ku xavisa, kambe lexi nga ta onha ngopfu xin'wana xa kona I ku sivela ku xavisiwa ka fole hi rin'we kumbe lost draw.
The Tobacco Bill Products and Electronic Delivery System Control Bill is nothing but a trick.
Nawu mbisi lowu a hi nchumu kambe wa kanganyisa.
But this thing of the government wants to send informal traders to prison for selling a legal product. I think it's crazy.
Ni twa onge mhaka leyi ya mfumo ya ku lava ku khomisa van'waswimawusa hikuva va xavisa fole leri nga nawini ni vona onge a yi khomeki.
I think the government should focus on drugs
Ni vona onge mfumo wu fanele wu langutisa dzidziharisi
and stay out of cigarettes.
wu tshika mafole.
Thank you.
Inkomu.
Good morning. My name is Chanel Mashilo from South African Tobacco Free. I'm from Altridgeville. Chanel. South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
South African Free Youth Forum.
From Altridgeville. I support the bill entirely. I support on the plain packaging with the graphic warming. Reason for supporting. Should I continue? Okay. Reason for supporting also this vital part it assists academically disadvantaged community understand danger of smoking through visual graphic image. The people who have difficult reading to understand will get opportunity to have better understanding for the harm caused by this product.
Me mabaka a gore ke e thega ke gore e na le dikarolo tše bohlokwa me e thusha gape le bao e leng gore ba na le mathata mabapi le go ka ithuta le gore gape e thusha gore ba kgone go ka kwešiša di kotsi tša go tsuba ka di swantšho me batho ba nago le mathata a go bala ba kgona go ka re ba kwešiše me ba kgona gore ba ne le go ka kwešiša bokaone mabapi le dikotsi tšeo e leng gore di hlolwa ke ditšweletšwa tše.
Since government wants to reduce smoking privilege, the package of cigarettes must also be discouraging by eliminating attractive color package and showing reality of the sickness and caused by tobacco.
Me ka ge mmušo o nyaka go fokotša go tsuba goba o nyaka go ka thibela go jwale ka mokgwa o e leng gore metsoko e package ka gona o ka dira gore batho ba tlogele go ka tšwela pele le go ka tsuba ka go ka tlogela go šomiša di package tše e leng gore di kgona go ba le matlakgogedi.
And mind you, I'm also a victim of a weed.
Ke ka rata go le tsebiša gape gore le nna ke ke motho wa sehlabelo wa dipatše.
It caused me badly on my mind because you, guys, let's just stop smoking because of it gonna damage your lungs and your mind. You're not gonna think properly. Yeah. To our elders, I'm saying stop smoking in front of our kids, your kids, because it shows. It also shows not care too much about your children, guys.
Jwale ge mpaketše bothata mo monaganong bjale ge ke dira boipiletšo gore a ke re tlogeleng go tsuba ka ge e le gore go baka malwetši go tla go bakela malwetši a maswafo mmogo le malwetši a mangwe. Jwale ge go batho ba bagolo ke re a re tlogeleng go tsuba mo pele ga bana ba rena ka ge e le gore seo se bontšha gore ga re ba tsotelle.
I say we want food, not tobacco. Thank you.
Ke re nyaka dijo e sego metšoko. Ke a leboga.
Good day to the panel and everyone in the hall.
Rishile ka vanhu hinkwavo.
My name is Kobe from South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum and the Youth Crime Prevention. I am here.
Vito ra mina hi mina Dineo Dikobe kusuka eka Youth Forum na va Youth Prevention.
Here on behalf of young people, and it's quite disappointing to see old people in these public talks. Because we as the youth come here to talk mostly with young people and also say we support the bill entirely.
Swi tlhela swi ta nyana matimba ku vona vatswatsi vanhu lavakulu eka nhlengeletano leyi hikuva hina tanihi va hi tile ku ta vulavula na vantshwa na ku vulavula hi timhaka leti ta vumbiwa kambe hi la ku tlhela hi vula leswaku hi seketela vumbiwa lebyi hi ku hetiseka.
And as this is the second province that we are in, and it's quite disappointing not seeing young people or young people not supporting the bill.
Tanileswi lexi ku nga xifundzankulu xa vumbirhi lexi hi nga eka xona swi heta matimba ku va hi nga voni vantshwa kumbe hi nga voni vantshwa va seketela vumbiwa.
I support the bill because I am standing with young people that we are here for vulnerable young people, pregnant women and non-smokers, as we are safe in and around places where where smoking is not allowed.
Ni seketela vumbiwa hikuva ni yima na vantshwa lava va nga kandzeriwaka hikuva ni yima na vantshwa lava va malembe le hansi lava nga biya mirini lava hi lava ku tiyisisa leswaku va sirheleleka eka tindhawu leti ku nga dzahiwa ka mafole va ri eka tona.
And we are saying banning of e-cigarettes will reduce the appeal to these vapes, dangerous substances of tobacco.
Ku yirisiwa ka mafole ya electronic swi ta hunguta ntsakelo lowu nga kona eka switirhisiwa swo fana na vape na switirhisiwa swin'wana swa electronic swa madzahelo ya mafole.
Us standing with the bill is us standing here and saying no to tobacco.
Loko hi seketela vumbiwa hi tlhelo rin'wana swi fanele hi yima hi ku eka tobacco.
Thank you.
Inkomo.
Tabelo.
Good morning.
From Greater Letaba Municipality, Ward 22, under Portfolio of Health. My name is M.R. Malatswani.
Lina la ka ke MR Malatswane ke tswa mo Greater Letaba Municipality.
My question is, why are we here?
Jwale ke ipotša gore na ebe re tletse eng mo.
And my answer is, we are here because as South Africa, we are failing to control the tobacco use.
Jwale karabo ya ka ke gore re mo ka ge le gore bjalo ka Afrika Borwa re palelwa ke go laola tšhomišo ya motšoko.
The tobacco is only benefiting only the outsiders.
Motšoko o gola fela batšwantle.
belela batho ba rena di business tša rena di because motsoko a o sa benefita bo rena o benefita ka ntle and even the government is supporting it because those people that you are sending them to implement those rules to follow, to do the follow-up, they are the one that they are using the advantage of that foreigners with their money.
Now, if you could look properly, you would notice that our businesses have collapsed. And the only people that are benefiting are outsiders. And Lema Podisa Arena, atletše ka bo manager ka ge e le gore ge ba romelwa gore ba ye ba yo hlapetša le go kgonthišiša gore melao e a latelwa ba fihla kwa ba ikhole ka go amogela mašeleng go tšwa go barekiši ba ba tšwantle.
The implementation of this rule is only gonna benefit the foreigners, not the South Africans, because the foreigners, as we speak now as we speak, no one is inside here. Only the South Africans are expected to follow a bill.
Jwale go tsenya tšhomišong ga molaokakanywa o go tlile go gola fela batšwantle e se go ma-Afrika Borwa le gona ge o ka lebelela ka mo holong gona bjale matšwantle a ba gona ke ma-Afrika Borwa fela le gona ke ma-Afrika Borwa fela ba ba tlileng go latela molao o e se go batšwantle.
Economy ya rena e wele re be tshepetše tobacco gore ke yona e le gore e ka kgona gore tsoša e wele because everything e tsenang ka South Africa e tsena illegally and so simple mola no bjale batho re a lla all of us the whole South Africa is crying a ona mebereko and then now ka moka rena re nyaka go khatha taba ya tobacco. But we are running away from that, the drugs use to the tobacco. Don't we deal with the use first and then come to tobacco? The only thing that is the South African is implement tamla. Even the foreigners, and then benefit tobacco.
Now, our economy has collapsed. We're hoping that tobacco would benefit us. Now, everyone is complaining. And again, we were hoping that you would be trying to combat the use of drugs, not tobacco.
Lastly, I would like to make some follow-up, but due to time, I support this implementation, but the follow-up must be done to whether who was complying with those rules. Is it South Africans or the foreigners? Thank you.
Jwale ke be ke tla rata go dira ditlaleletšo eupša ka ge e le gore nako e nkeme ka phefong ke tla se dire bjalo.
Thank you very
Le
much
gona-
for the first round. I'm going to take the second round. Ngicela uze tata lo semvayibelo kwethetha kakhulu.
Kensile swinene lavaya ava lava nkarhi hi kombela mi rhanga.
And then Abuti with the white t-shirt at the back, you'll be the second speaker. Number
Buti-
3, young lady. Number 4, Papa wa Kepisi. Number 5 at the back. Number 6, Ausi wa Kuana. Number 7, Abuti wa green t-shirt. Number 8, Meka Moleko Tuko. Number 9, green t-shirts again. Number 10, green t-shirt. Number 11, Abuti wa cap. Number 12, it will be you, Abuti wa South African t-shirts.
Travel. Nagina lena tinkuna wogwa ema wa block 9.
Oh, sorry. Kikupa hori.
Oh.
If there's somebody who took this form here, who was sitting here at the front, can you please bring it back? It's a speaker's form.
Re kgopela ge e le gore go na le motho wa tšerego fomo ya mohuta o a bego a
Maybe
le mo
o nkile
pele
ka phoso.
a e buše ka ge e le
Ne re kopa
gore
gore le e buse.
ke foromo ya seboledi sa rena.
Eh.
Maybe
And
that
then
person
number
took
two,
it by mistake.
Ke batla go addressa issue ya pamphlet e. Abuti.
Number two, I want to address the issue about this pamphlet.
Pamphlet. I don't know who's distributing this pamphlet. I've checked with the staff. We don't know about this miscommunication. It's a wrong information. Whoever who's doing this is doing illegally because
Pamphlet
this is
e
the
ga se-
parliamentary meeting.
Pamphlet
So
e ga
a
se ya
re tsaele
palamente.
tlhoko, a se ya rona. The only thing that we have distributed is a bill.
We
copy
do not
of
know
a
this
bill.
pamphlet.
E buang ka tobacco bill. This is what we have distributed.
Se ke seo re se filego batho.
So o etsang se a setsang re kopa hore a stop because e ke meeting ya rona ya parliamente. A se ya bona ba distributang di pamphlets tse.
So whoever who's distributing these pamphlets, we're asking that person to
So
stop.
we can't account for this pamphlet. We don't know about this pamphlet.
Ga re tsebe ka pamphlet e.
So ne ke tla kopa you must just ignore it.
Ke kgopela gore ge le tlhokomološe yona.
Thank you very much. We can continue.
Nna ke na Leonard Nkuna
My name is Leonard Nkuna.
from Ward 2 under Tzaneen municipality.
Ke tswa ke le Ward 2 under Tzaneen municipality.
Na a ke eme le ke against that law ye le ya re le e bolelang
I do not support this bill under discussion here today.
because le yana bjale e ke tla mo ke tlile ka tšhelete e ke e rekisang under tobacco.
And again, I would like to state that for me to be here today, I use the money that I get from selling tobacco.
Again le kana kwa yesu bomme tobacco a ke re ke neife ke kona ba rekisa sneife bomme re kumane bo tswa ka kwa.
Even at home, my mother sells snuff to can be able to buy us food.
Ya o ya bele ke ya gore batho ba ba rena ba we ba grow on this tobacco bo bereka guy because I can give you example like nane from 2011 ke se a bereke I'm selling cigarettes from
And
2011.
The other issue is that our people, those who grow tobacco, where are they going to work? Because even actually me, since 2011, I've been dealing with this.
Number one, Limpopo, they want people who are the poor province. As I said, Limo and provinces, the poorest province is Limpopo because it's owing that that tobacco.
Now, the other issue is that people want Limpopo to be the poorest province. It has been mentioned that amongst all the provinces, Limpopo is the poorest.
I can see all of you were there in the front. You are not from Limpopo. And I can ask you something that where is the one who investigated this thing?
Gomme ke kgona go bona gore mo gare ga lena ka moka ba le mo pele ga gona lo tee o a tswago a le mo provinceng e ya Limo le gona nka le botšhaputšo e tee gore ke mang motho o a dirile go dinyakišišo mabapi le motsoko.
If we can go out here, all these people, go to 4x4. Come on, police, everything. Protect how these people. So, Reina, as a community, this bill must follow.
Now, Even if we can go,
I'm against.
yeah, even if we can go outside, we will discover that these people are driving 4x4 vehicles, and they even have the police to protect them.
Yeah, even now.
Whereas I am the poorest of the poor, so I say this bill must fall.
And then I came here with the money for a cigarette. You came with the money that I'm making you that 20 billion for you to have a 4x4.
Na ke tlile ka tšhelete eo ke e hweng go tšwa go rekišeng motšong gomme lena ka tšhelete eo e leng gore le thušwa ke nna gore le bane le 20 million eo ya gore le be le di 4x4.
They are very, very beautiful. Just look at these people and then look at these two ones. Yeah. They don't look the same.
Tlogalele ba ba botse kudu go ka lebella batho ba ka mo pele wa lebella le ba ba le go ka morago.
I don't know. Those are beautiful. And then that must fall. Chapter 10. Yeah, parliamentary. Chapter 10. Chapter 10 our constitution. We also read those things. Chapter 10. Yeah, state bolena. The Swangeli the Muabrena Lord. As we are saying that cigarette it's Swanji irregisiwe. I regisiwe. Bolena department yengwe is using you or bolena level botata. There's a department yengwe ye idiela ngore bolena level problem le kumane le question ja utsana bujaje na gidi bujisa.
Now I am actually pleading with you to ensure that this bill falls. And again, there is chapter 10 of the Constitution. Which says that, chapter 10 says that you need to come to us and listen to us. So we are saying that that bill must fall. So you should do as we say.
That bill.
We do not.
They are using your department. But what department of security, what department of home affairs, they are using your department or little more.
We are saying that that bill must fall. So there are people who are using you, the people from home affairs and the others. Greetings. Good day. My name is Isaiah Malabati.
From Baludzi Development Forum.
Baludzi Development Forum. And Relela. I support the bill. I have a few questions that you would resolve at your time. Because I've realized that the issue that has to do with drugs is not being resolved.
And the security jagamono the label.
And you are saying that the cigarettes in this country should be labeled.
And about South Africa, what
So what about us as South Africans who grow their own tobacco? How are we going to label it?
And law now, you support electronic seller cigarettes. Electronic.
Okay. The one that I support is the one that has to do with electronic seller cigarettes.
o re le cancel yona ka baka la bana
That you should cancel it because of children.
because
Papa, re
bana ba
kopa
tlo-
o atumele mo miceng.
ka gore bana ba tlo kgona go reka disekerete ka tšhelete bone o tšhola tšhelete ba kgona go ntšha sekerete
Because it means that children are not going to be able to buy cigarettes using money. They are only going to press the machine and the machine will then give them the cigarette.
how can you monitor the nyaobe drugs
Jwale, tša di nyaope tšona le tlo di hlapetša bjang.
Ke a leboga.
I thank you. Yeah, can
Yeah. Thank you. Greetings to the house, the community, stakeholders on my right, to the chairperson and the portfolio committee of parliament, and to my colleagues who are interpreting at the level of this My name is Councillor Mahlatwa Lebias Ramalepe.
Lina laka ke Councillor
Mahlatwa Lebias
Ramalepe.
Ramalepe, and I'm a councillor at the Mopani district municipality.
Ke Councillor mo masepaleng wa Selete wa Mopani.
I'm ordinarily a resident of Greater Zanin municipality.
Abose ke modudi wa masepala o wa Zaneng.
And I'm here to represent my party.
Ke mo go tlile go tšweletša lehlakore la ka.
Let this house know, register, record, and note that the Democratic Alliance rejects the Tobacco Products and Electronic Delivery Systems Control Bill.
Jwale ge ke tla rata gore kgoro e tsebe gore Democratic Alliance ga e thekge molaokakanywa wo wa metšoko mmogo le kabo ya se elektroniki.
Thank you. Chairperson, we reject this bill on the following 3 concerns.
Jwale ge re kgahlanong le molaokakanywa o ka baka la dintlha tše tharo tše di latelago.
The first concern is the grouping of different products together.
Mentlha mathomo ke go ka gahlanywa ga ditšweletšwa tšeo di fapanego gore e be ntho e teng.
It is a concern because products are not the same.
Jwale seo ke tlhoba boroko ka ge e le gore ditšweletšwa ga di swane.
Cigarette, e-cigarette, le baje are 3 different things.
Jwale ge sekerete, e-cigarette as well as marijuana.
Yeah,
Those are 3 different things.
The second part is the control over smoking.
Ntlha ya e latelago ke taolo godimo ga go tsuba.
Laws are not enforced, and that's our concern.
Melao ga e tsenye tšhomišong. Jwale seo ke sona seo e leng gore ke tlhoba boroko.
The last concern that we would like to register is the advertising and promotion.
Jwale ntlha ya boraro yeo re nyakang go e tšweletša ke ya go phatlalatša mmogo le go promote.
Because we believe certain items must be advertised differently.
Ka ge re kgolwa gore phatlalatšo ya dilo tše itšwego swantše e dirwe ka tsela e itšwego.
Now, in order for us to accept this, we hereby present our own provisions that can support this bill.
Jwale ge go amogele le go thekga molaokakanywa o re tšweletša dintlha tša rena tšeo e leng gore di ka kgona go thekga.
I've written down many provisions, but for the purpose of time in this house, I would like to just mention only 4 provisions.
Jwale ke ngwadile dintlha tše mmalwa eupša ka lebaka la nako ke tla rata gore fela ke tšweletše tše 4 mo
Number
pele ga
1 is the provision of selling of all products to children.
ya mathomo ke eo e lego mabapi le go rekišetšwa ditšweletšwa tše go rekišetšwa bana.
Number 2 is the prohibition of smoking all products in enclosed areas where children are.
gomme e nngwe gape yo re leng kgatlhanong le yona ke ya go rekišwa mo mafelong ao e leng gore a tswaletšwe mo e leng gore go na le bana.
Number 3 is the placing of health warnings, graphics, cautions in assistance with stopping smoking.
Mentlha ya boraro ke eo e leng gore ke e go tshwanetseng go pharwe dingwa mmogo le diswantšho tšeo e leng gore di thibela go tsuba.
Last but not least, it is adding provisions to increase awareness around the dangers of smoking.
Gomme ya mafelelo ge ke eo e leng gore e mabapi le go tšweletša go ba go phara ditemošo tšeo e leng gore di mabapi le go ba kgatlhanong le go tsuba.
Chairpersons, those were just my few submissions in the edition of rejection by the Democratic Alliance to this bill.
Modulasetulo tšeo ke ntlha tša ka tše mmalwa tšeo e leng gore di tšwelela le go tšwa lehlakoreng la Democratic Alliance tšeo di lego mabapi le molaokakanywa di leng kgatlhanong le molaokakanywa o.
And I thank you.
Ke a leboga.
Greetings to the House at large. My name is Monyela Mujaji.
Ke dumediše ntlo ka bophara leina la ka ke Monyela Mojaji.
The only question that I have for the House today is that when, where, and by who were all the studies done for the government with regard to this bill?
Gomme putšo yeo ke nago le yona bakeng sa ntlo ye lekgono ke gore na ebe di nyakišišo mabapi le molaokakanywa o di dirilwe kae neng le gona di dirilwe ke mang?
Because according to me, the very same person who has done the investigation, the studies, should have used the resources and time to do things that will benefit the people of South Africa in so many ways.
Ka gore go ya ka nna motho o a dirilego dinyakišišo tše o be a swanetše a šomišitše ditlabakelwa mmogo le nako yeo a e šomišitšego go ka dira dinyakišišo tšeo e leng gore di tlo boa di kgole maAfrika Borwa ka ditsela tšeo di fapanego.
For example, our communities are facing many problems. For example, clean drinking water and access to it, working sewage system in the villages.
Ka ge e le gore badudi ba rena ba lebane le mathata a mantši go fa mohlala metsi ao a hlwekilego le go ka a hwetša mmogo le kelela yeo e šomago.
Okay, now let's talk about our education system in South Africa. Education system is very, very, very poor. I think that was the first thing that we should be gathering here today, uttering about.
Sa mathomo ge ke nagana gore re ahlahle taba ya thuto mo Afrika Borwa ka ge e le gore e seemong seo se le go fase kudu le gona ke kgolwa gore le go ka be re gahlane mo re bolela mabapi le seemo sa tša thuto.
Rena re badudi ba mo magaeng mo rural areas re tsene dikolo tše le reng a dina ditafola re tsene dikolo tša re a gona mafestere go tonya le wena o kwa phefo go fiša re tsena ka gare ga di-mobile classes why re sa kry proper infrastructures re tshwanetse re tle re eme mo re bolele ka the tobacco bill.
We are people from the rural areas. This is where we schooled. Our schools not have proper infrastructures. We went to classes that do not even have tables, there is no window panes, and when it's cold, we also get cold. So why should we be here discussing tobacco instead of the state of our education system?
Re ile dikolong tše le goreng re be re patala tšhelete go ba re rwala dikgonyo gore ba kgone re apeela re ile dikolong tša re be re patala metsi go ba re be re rwala metsi why mmušo o sa re direle something ka ditaba tše di so?
We went to schools that we were paying for, and we had to go and fetch firewood so that our parents could be able to cook for us. We had
Thank
to
you
go
very
and
much.
fetch
Your time
water.
is up.
So why doesn't the government do something that would benefit us with regard to that?
In submission, ma'am, when are we as a country, as the parliament, going to sit and reflect on the things that are affecting the communities that we live within? Thank you.
Mere sa mafelelo Na ke neng mo e leng gore rena jwalo ka naga re tlile go dula fase ra hlahla ditaba tšeo e leng gore di re ama jwalo ka setšhaba.
Before the next speaker, can I request bale ba ile ba thoma go bolela? The first group, can you please raise your hands?
I'm going to ask those who started speaking, those who spoke, that there is their
Bane ba
hands.
thomile ho bolela, the first row, ne? The first speakers.
Bao ba
Because ho na le
boletšego
form e
mathomo.
tlamehile le tlatse.
There's a form that you are supposed to fill.
Okay, ba tla tla ho lena ba le signise yone.
They will come to you and make you to sign those forms.
Thobelang lotlhe.
Greetings, everyone.
Man, a ke itse gore ke tlo ba relevant mo ntho e ke batla e bua, but ke worried man.
I do not know as to whether I'm going to be relevant.
Introduce
with what
yourself first.
Ke nna Thabo Makgau.
I'm not sure as to whether I'm going to be relevant with what I want to say.
I'm an adult smoker. I'm just an adult smoker by choice.
My name is Thabo Mohau. I'm an adult smoker.
In fact, I didn't even know there were such hearings here. So I'm saying, what the hell is going on there? Let's say it up. Babu ka cigarette. I said, okay, again, another trap.
We were sitting outside drinking beer. Then we wondered what is going on in here.
Man, I believe that now we are going to waste time not benefiting us in it. I need to say this. The speaker one who stood here said something very, very, I could hear him. He said, instead of us concentrating on the things that are really, really affecting people in the locations like this one, we are talking about the people who are driving the 4x4s. He said that, who are coming here to come and educate us about cigarette smoking and all these things. I'm going to say it again. I'm an adult smoker by choice. Here's my cigarettes. I'm an adult smoker by choice. It's written outside here, tobacco is addictive. And at the back here, depending on which pack I got on my lucky day, that spoke about the lungs or pregnancy. Different messages are given on cigarettes. So whenever you go to a cigarette shop and buy this, choice now.
se boledi seo se boletšego pejana se boletše mo gore go bona le ka re senya nako tšwela pele a bolela gore batho ba e leng gore ba tsamaya ka di-4x4 ba tla mo ba tlo re ruta jwale ge ka ge ke boletše nna ke motho o mogolo o a tsubang le gona ke tsuba ka thato yaka mme le sekerete sa ka se tloga se ngwadilwe montle mo dikotsi tša motsoko gomme ge ke tsuba ka thato yaka
nka ba fa tetla ya gore ba ire se ba se ratang in as far as warnings are concerned ka gore maybe the fall short is that we are only using the English language or vocabulary only in as far as warnings are concerned rather than talking about anything else on cigarettes. Let's talk about how about we write the warnings outside here in Setsonga, Sezulu, Sesotho, Setswana, so that everybody can understand.
I can give you permission to do what you want to do. Eupia mohlomong bothata e ka ba ile gore re shumisha le go ba polelo ya Seesimane kudu. Jwale go ka ba jwang re shumishele mai dipolelo tša borena tšeo di fapanego gore batho ka moka ba kgone go kwešiša.
Then we will be sure in the next coming 5 years, when we have such sittings, if there will be one again, it will be informed by the fact that those who will be attending these sittings are well informed about the dangers of cigarette. Maybe that could be the confusion. But now, here's what I want to say. We are seated outside here. I mean, if I had those powers, I would say stand up, all of you. Just walk by the window and see what kind of a place we are living at. And check the unemployment rates of such places. And it's so high, so high. It's embarrassing that we have this sitting that seeks to unemploy more people again, more than the most unemployed that we have currently here. So we are driving nice cars, like the first speaker said, to come and unemploy people, or to seek to implement a bill that will make sure that Rebathupa is aware Sebathuba.
Now, as the first speaker had said, that you are driving nice cars and you come here and address people who are unemployed. Now, if I had the powers, goba ge nkabe ke na le matla ke be ke tla re le tšweng le hlole ka lefestere le kgone go bona ka mokgwa o seemo se leng ka gona ka mo ntle ka mo batho ga ba šome gomme le tla ka melao eo e leng gore e tlile go tšwetša pele taba e ya tlhokego ya mešomo. It is going to worsen the unemployment that our people are going through.
Yeah. Let's not be a compliant country that goes in everything that United Nations is saying. I mean, World Health Organization is an organization that comes from the United Nations, all right? So we know that every rule, law, and everything that we in the third world countries would like to comply with. But we need to check the validity of those laws, whether they do us right as a third world country, or do they do us wrong? You can't be seated here in that podium that seeks to unaddress the employment of, I'm going to be specific, of black people. Thank you.
Before you leave, can we get indication from you whether you support or you not?
No, I don't support the bill. I'm sorry. I should have said it the first time. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Can I go drink my beer now?
A re sekeng ra ba naga yeo e leng gore e latela melao re a latela sengwe le sengwe seo e leng gore United Nations e a se bolela ka ge e le gore swanetše le hlole gore ka ge re le naga yeo e leng gore e ka fase ga khumanego na e ka ba melao e tlago e tlile go gola batho ba rena go ba jwang.
Thabela yo a eme mo ke Joyce Makhumisane go jwa masepaleng wa Greater Letaba Ward 11.
Greetings, my name is Joyce Makhumishani from Greater Letaba Ward 11.
Na ke eme mo supporta molao o mara ka mabaka a itšeng.
I am standing here to support this bill, but under certain conditions.
Na ke lebeletše bana ba sekolo ka gore bana ona bjale ba tsuba dikwai ba sale ka fase ya mengwaga ye 16.
I am more worried about school children because they are now smoking while they are under the age of 16.
Na ke re batswadi ba rena ba tlhoka mešomo ba ba rekisang dikwai a ba rekisetše bana ba ballong ba ba bole mengwaga ye e lekaneng ka tsuba kwai.
Now, I am saying that the elders who are selling tobacco, they should sell to the children who are of the that is permitted to can smoke cigarette.
Le ona bjale ka mo South Africa ba ba rekisa o ntši mo dispopo a se batho ba rena ba South Africa ba re tseba gore re dilo benefita South Africa ke batho ba ka ntle ka dinane ja ka ntle.
And here in South Africa, the people who are selling from the spaza shops are not South Africans. They are not the kind of people who are going to benefit us. They are.
Ono bjale na ya rena e wele a re sana a gore a ona mishomo batho ba bantši a ba šome ka gore ono bjale o tsene ma foreign ke bona ba rekisang ka mo South Africa.
As it is now, our economy has collapsed. Our people are unemployed. The people who are selling are foreigners, not South Africans. That will be all.
Ke support-a molao ya-
I support the bill.
The next speaker.
Greetings. Acting Chairperson, gentlemen of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to address.
Kansela swinene ka mutshamo xitulu wo khomela swirho swa komiti khensa nkateko lowa namuntlha.
Councillor, thank you for allowing us to use your house today.
Mukhanselara khensa ku va mi hi pfumelele ku va hi tirhisa ndhawu ya n'wina namuntlha.
Today I'm not going to ask, I'm not going to make a statement, I'm going to ask a question to the committee.
A ni nge nyiki xitatimende eka siku ra namuntlha ni ta vutisa xivutiso eka komiti.
From our reading of the Mukhale judgment, a judgment which has been referenced
Can
many
you
times before
please
in this
start by
forum.
introducing yourself?
My name is Paul Creer, I'm the head of regulations for BAT, and we do not support the bill in its current form.
Vito ra mina i mina Paul Kriel ni nhloko ya head of ni nhloko ya vulawuri eka BAT a hi seketeli vumbiwa lebyi.
From our reading of the Mukhale judgment, I've noted that it speaks about the answering of questions in the National Assembly.
Hi ku hlaya xiboho xa khoto xa Mukhale ni kume leswaku xi vulavula hi timhaka ta ku hlamula swivutiso ePalamende.
It states in paragraph 69, and I read from the judgment,
Xiboho xi hlayeka hi ndlela leyi ka paragraph 69 ni hlaya kusuka eka xona.
questions about the traditional Khoisan leadership bill
Swivutiso mayelana na vumbisi wa timhaka ta tihosi
were either not answered or was insufficiently answered.
a swi nga hlamuriwangi hi ku hetiseka kumbe a swi nga hlamuriwangi.
And in the footnote 74 to that paragraph, it's an assembly process. This occurred in the Eastern Cape, between KwaZulu-Natal and the Northern Cape.
Swi kombisa le hansi leswaku leswi swi humelerile eFree State, eGauteng, KwaZulu-Natal na le Northwest.
Northern Cape.
Na le Northern Cape.
So it basically says that in 5 of the 9 provinces, some of the questions were not answered or were not sufficiently answered.
Swi vula leswaku eka ntlhanu kusuka ka nkaye wa swifundzankulu swin'wana swa swivutiso a swi hlamuriwangi kumbe a swi hlamuriwangi hi ku hetiseka.
So my question is, are we as participants in this forum allowed to ask questions from a procedural and substantive nature? And if so, how do we ask those questions and to whom do we address those questions?
Xina hi leswaku tanihi vanhu lava va nga xiphemu xa ntshamo lowu xana ha pfumeleriwa ku vutisa swivutiso hi vutisa hi mayelana na mafambiselo mayelana na vuxokoxoko bya mhaka naswona loko ku ri ha pfumeleriwa hi pfumeleriwa ku vutisa mani hi ndlela yihi.
Now my reason for asking this question is that we nor anybody else in the tobacco value chain has been consulted by the DOH directly on the impact that this bill would have on the value chain.
Xivutiso xa mina xa ku vutisa xivutiso lexi hileswaku hina na swiyenge swin'wana leswi khumbekaka a ku tihlanganisiwanga na hina hi ndzawulo ya swa rihanyo DOH hi mayelana na switandzhaku na nsusumeto lowu na vumbisi lowu nga vaka na wona eka matirhelo ya hina.
This only happened indirectly as part of the 2018 public consultation process by the DOH.
Leswi humele hi xiphemu lexi xi veke kona hi lembe ra 2018 xa ku tihlanganisa na swiyenge swin'wana leswi khumbekaka hi ndzawulo ya swa rihanyo.
We understand around 21,000 submissions were during that 2018 consultation process, but we were never informed if those submissions were in favor or a bill.
Hi twisa leswaku kwalomu ka 21,000 ya melo swo amukeriwile hi 2018 yima kumbe ku kanetana na vumbisi.
And clearly, if you look at the revisions that was done in the new 2022 bill, none of these proposals, suggestions, or concerns were included, considered, or we believe even heard by the DOH.
Loko mi langutisa mpfapfarhuto lowuntshwa wu nga kona wa 2022 wu kombisa leswaku swibumabumelo leswi swi nga nyikiwa hi 2018 a swi tekeriwangi nhlokweni hi ndzawulo ya swa rihanyo.
And please remember, it's not only us. There is a well-defined value chain that makes up the legal tobacco industry.
Tekela nhlokweni leswaku ku na swiyenge swo tala leswi swi katsakanyaka xiyenge xa swa mafole.
We've got the farmers and the employees
Hi na varimi na vatirhi va vona van'wamapurasi
who cultivate tobacco. We've got the tobacco processors from whom you've heard in Rustenburg at the previous meeting.
hi na lava byalaka mafole hi tlhela hi va na lava va kandziyisaka van'wani va tirhelaka eRustenburg
who process the leaf.
lava va karhi va tirha na makamba ya kona.
And then you've got the manufacturers like ourselves who manufacture the final product.
Mina lava va vumaki lava va endlaka xitirhisiwa lexo hetelela lexi mi xi kumaka ku ri fole.
You've got the distributors and the retailers who distribute and sell the product to the final consumer.
Hina vahalasi ku katsa na vaxavisi emavhengeleni lava va hangalasaka va xavisa xitirhisiwa loko se xi hetisekile.
And that's only the tobacco value chain. Then on the other hand, you also have the vaping value chain, which is completely different and separate from the tobacco value chain.
Valava hi lava khumbekaka eka nxaxamelo wa timhaka ta switirhisiwa swa tobacco kambe hi tlhelo rin'wana mi tshemba na xiyenge xin'wana xa ku katsa lava nga na matirhelo yo hambana.
I'm almost done. I'm just going to make the final point and ask my question again. We represent...
I've allocated you 5 minutes and already we have passed that 5 minutes.
That includes the
You
translation.
can also go to the table and submit.
Thank you, but I leave my question to the committee, please. Are we in a position to ask questions on a procedural and substantive nature? Thank you very much.
Ni siya xivutiso xa mina ka komiti xa leswaku xana ha pfumeleriwa ku vutisa swivutiso mayelana na vuxokoxoko na matirhelo.
Thank you.
Inkomu.
Ni khensile
Thank you
loko nyikiwe xikarhana lexi.
for the opportunity.
Me ni Thabo Sikuwe.
My name is Thabo Sikuwe.
Eka Greater Tzaneen Municipality under Ward 24 head portfolio ya youth and gender.
Head portfolio of youth and gender under Greater Tzaneen Municipality, Ward 14.
Okay. Ni ta sula hi ku vulavula swilo swimbirhi nyana.
I'll start by stating two things.
Ni kombela parliament yi teka serious and yi treat with respect.
I'm asking the parliament to take us seriously and treat us with respect.
Hile eka Mpompo, hile ka Garden of South Africa. But leswi ka swikumalani, mabona ni branches leshiya. If you can go outside there, but
which is called the God here. When you see the night, they just give us one by one.
Yeah, so you give a breakfast. It's grade 0. That's not. It's not banana. It's grade 0. So you
the banana, the narky that we have outside is of a lower grade. We shouldn't have that for breakfast.
Even the hygienic of this place, being a parliamentarian, when you are sitting there, you can see some brown stuff. That's the stuff there, Africans. So please, the next parliament, the last parliamentary when we're here, the 12 blocks there, there were no waters, but their parliament is here. The last time I was here, and the last time when I was here, let me speak in English, they can hear me very well. The parliamentary promised and disabled person that I brought here, in front of these people, there were a lot here. They promised wheelchair. Nothing was done even today. Last time, she was promised, yeah, this hall was full packed. I spoke in English, I believe you hear me. So the promise that you made to that woman, please fulfill it, because you made it in a public place. Yeah. Thank you. So you can start. Now we can count my minutes. Nina, a concern. I don't know if I will say I agree or I don't agree, but let me voice out my voice.
Nina, I have a concern.
Economy, this bill is going to destroy us economically. Hindlelale, a advertisement, look me like kiosk shop right, mifika. Kuna kiosk liaba shabsaku eti cigarette. A kiosk liaba shabsaku cigarette. Lokuna yomilo wota idaya yinga advertise kiosk liya. Kuna eti value chain leti famba aku kuna luanga imala wa mulungula. Karahla msela mantushisa ne. So lokumi daya leswiya. He van'wanyana me yin'wana ya me hasala ya me ni promote the company. Mind to ne loko se manjheni mi dlaya na promotion leya ya ku hi advertiser la hi xavisa ku fall aka me ani support.
So when you ban advertising of cigarettes or tobacco and you go into say a filling station, there's a kiosk kioski where you buy or sell, which advertises. If you remove that, you remove a bigger value chain. For example, I work with advertising or promoting. I'm going to be impacted by that. The speaker that was here also spoke broadly on the value chain.
Xin'wana loko lo ta vutisa ya yeku inanini xini ya ku veka ku rate leti nga koho xin'wana lexikulu lexi nga koho lani ku na swo leswi swi nga la swi unregulated like hubs leti ti humaka India tindhawu ma India lo ala uta ti vona va ti xavisa in the corner in the street va xavisa openly. How are you going to enforce this law when you fail to enforce these first laws?
How are you going to enforce the laws when you say the minister is going to be responsible for enforcement? Because even if you went into the shops where Indians are operating, you'll find them selling hubs, and these are not regulated. But if you are failing to enforce and regulate these that are currently operating, these that are currently stated, how are you then going to enforce the one posing?
Xin'wana lexi ni lo ta heta hi xo I ku ministara mo n'wi byela ku na xilo xa one xa very important lexi a fika a investa his time and responsibility and his resources in that one. Me ni deal hi youth ni ya ne swikolweni. Our children are dying of dagga. You know, I smoke na yi tiva loko yi ni beka dagga nyawupe swilo swiya ti substances that tingele swikolweni na ubone nkarhi ni hetile. So why mi nga invest nkarhi wan'we ku ya swikolweni minister a teka ti resources na power letiya a hi dyondzisela vana a hi veka na ma security lama ya nga ta va ya baderiwa ku va na tikhampani leti nga registered than ku veka swikhalabyanyi leswi nga riki swi nga useless la ti gadini mi enforce ku ri ku nga ngheni ti doctor. Why? Because vana loko va dakwile I got cases where they print even bana ba yinana ba khoma van'wana swisuti ba navela ni mistress. Why? Because they are high. So invest ani eka education ya vana va he mi teka nkarhi inkomo.
As I stand here, please tell the minister to invest his time in dealing with such as dagga and nyau. As I stand here, I smoke dagga, so I know the impact of dagga. I go to schools and deal with youth. Let's have security in these schools of people that are able, instead of having the elderly guarding those schools. You have kids that use substance in schools, and you find them abusing the female teachers.
I greet you all. My name is Veronica Manasseh from Sinwabarana.
Namshawata ngeni bitra mina imina Veronica kusuka eBochum Sarwana.
I'm against the bill
Nikane
because the ANC failed to control the law against the foreign nationals that are selling drugs to the youth, and that is why we have uncontrollable youth abusing drugs and cigarettes.
Nikane tana vumbiwa hikuva vandla ra ANC ri tsandzekile ku lawula ku xavisiwa ka swidzidziharisi leswi swi nga kona na vantshwa va nga ku swi tirhiseni hi le ku veni na mintlhontlho ya ku tirhisiwa ka swidzidziharisi hikwalaho ka ku tsandzeka.
The bill also suppressed mainly South African traders that are selling cigarettes.
Nawumbisi lowu tlhela wu tshikelela vaxavisi vo tala lava xavisaka mafole.
And who is going to hire me at this age if I stop selling cigarettes?
Imana nga ta thola eka malembe lama nga na wona loko no tshika ku xavisa fole.
The bill must consider the pain that is causing to self-employed South Africans.
Nawumbisi wu fane wu langutisa ku twa ku vava loku ku nga ku veni kona eka lava va nga va ti tirhaku va ma-Afrika-Dzonga.
Banning of selling loose cigarettes will bring the economy down worse than it is today.
ku yirisiwa ka ku xavisiwa hi fole ra rin'we swi ta wisa economy ku tlula la yi nga kona eka nkarhi wa sweswi.
I thank you.
Inkomo.
Thank you.
Cancer.
My name is Khomoto Kali from the Africa Center for Tobacco Industry Monitoring and Policy Research at the University of Pretoria. Chair, I would like to say that I support the bill fully.
Lava ku vula leswaku ni seketela nawumbisi ku hetiseka.
It is important to recognize that the bill's primary objective is to protect public health.
Swi na nkoka ku tekela nhlokweni leswaku xikongomelonkulu xa nawumbisi i ku sirhelela xiyenge xa rihanyo xa mfumo.
Tobacco products and these new ends products such as cigarettes,
Switirhisiwa swa tobacco karhi eka vaaki.
they are addictive, they contribute to chronic diseases and result in premature death.
Swi endla leswaku munhu a khodelela a komelela ngopfu eka swona swi endla leswaku ku vanhu va xa vutomi byisa.
So I believe who cannot otherwise speak for themselves.
Ni pfumela leswaku bisi wu vulavulela vanhu lava tsandzekaka ku ti vulavulela.
I'm talking about non-smokers and children who are forced to inhale these toxic substances.
Ni vulavula hi lava nga dzahiku na vana lava va sindzisiwaka ku nuha ku hefemula mimoya leyi ya thyaka
Through second-hand smoke.
hikuva va dzaha kusuka eka vanhu van'wani.
So by ensuring 100% smoking-free places,
Ku tiyisa leswaku ku va na tindhawu leti ku aleriwaka leswaku ku dzahiwa eka tona.
I believe that the bill is urging smokers to be considerate of other people's health.
Ni ehleketa leswaku nawumbisi wu lo ku kombeleni va dzahi ku va tekela nhlokweni vanhu van'wana na rihanyo ra vanhu van'wana.
Chair, only 25% of people out of 75 smoke cigarettes.
Ko va ntsena 25 wa vanhu kusuka eka 75 wa tiphesente lava dzahaka fole.
So that is 1 out of 4 people.
I wun'we kusuka eka mune wa vanhu lava dzahaka fole.
So it means only 1 posing harm for the 3 non-smokers.
Swi vula leswaku I munhu wun'we a dzahaku a vekaka vutomi bya vanharhu lava nga dzahiku ekhombyeni.
31,000 people die each year due to smoking-related illnesses in South Africa.
31,000 ya vanhu va fa lembe rin'wana na rin'wana hikwalaho ka mavabyi lama ya fambelanaka na timhaka ta fole.
And as we speak now,
Loko hi karhi hi vulavula sweswi
4 people are dying every hour from these smoking-related illnesses.
vanhu va mune va lova awara yin'wana na yin'wana hi timhaka ta leswi fambisanaka na ku dzaha.
So, Chair, I'm saying that the point of sale display restrictions will encourage people not to continue smoking. It will reduce the prevalence of smoking.
Ku tinvetisiwa tona swi ta hunguta lava va dzahaku na ku va swi papalata ku va vanhu va va na ku tsakela ku dzaha.
In that these products will be out of their sights, so they won't be encouraged to experiment on these products or try out new flavors.
Hikuva switirhisiwa leswi va nge hi swi voni hikwalaho ku hava lexi va kucetelaka ku swi ringeta na ku ringeta ku hambanahambana ka swona.
Graphic health warnings on plain packaging, on the other hand,
Swikombiso leswi va ka kona eka switirhisiwa swa ku phutsela
they will educate people of the risks of smoking.
loko ku ri kombiso leswi swi kombisaka nghozi ya ku va munhu a dzaha swi ta dyondzisa vanhu hi khombo leri ri nga va ka kona.
I'm talking about people who may not be able to read.
Ni vulavula hi vanhu lava swi nga endleka va nga koti ku tsala kutani ku fanele ku va na swikombiso leswi vonakaka.
We are a diverse country, so I believe that way we're going to address these language barriers that they were spoken about earlier.
Hikuva hi ri tiko na vaaki lava va hambaneke hi swilo swo hambanahambana leswi swi papalata ku lava va koteki ku hlaya ririmi ro karhi ku leswi swi tsariweke.
So again, I want to say the bill does not seek to threaten people's jobs or the economy.
Nawumbisi lava ku tshikela leswaku u lavi ku xungeta mintirho ya vambe economy.
So it is therefore important to consider the long-term benefits than these short-term concerns.
Swi na nkoka ku langutisa mbuyelo lowu nga ta va wu ri kona eka nkarhi wo leha ku tlula swivilelo swa xinkadyani.
The bill aims to encourage small businesses to move to viable and sustainable products such as clothes, food, and medication.
Nawumbisi wu lava ku kucetela swibindzwani ku eka switirhisiwa leswi swi khodelelaku kumbe khomelela nkarhi wo leha ku fana na swakudya, swiambalo na swin'wana.
That way, healthcare costs are reduced.
Hi ndlela yaleyo ku durha ka swa rihanyo ka hunguteka.
So in short, I'm saying that it opens up opportunities for economic diversification and investment in alternative industries.
Hi ndlela leyo swi pfula na ku va swi tisa leswaku na ku nghenelela eka economy na ku pfula tinjombo eka economy eka swiyenge swo hambanahambana.
Smokers who otherwise want to quit often report that they are not able to afford their basic needs because of this nicotine addiction.
Vadzahi lava va lava ku tshika va vula leswaku nkarhi wun'wana a va koti ku fikelela swilaveko swa vona swa siku na siku hikuva va tolovele ngopfu ku va va dzaha va kuma nicotine.
So in short, Chair, I'm saying this bill is what Tanin needs and it is what South Africa needs at this moment.
Hi ku komisa ni ri nawumbisi lowu hi leswi Dzanini yi lavaka swona hi leswi Afrika-Dzonga ri lavaka swona eka nkarhi wa sweswi.
Thank you.
Inkomo.
Good morning, everyone, Chair and the team. My name is Tseum Seidi. I'm from Set 5, South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
Ke dumedishe mudlastulo mo leboshe lina la ke Tseum Seidi.
I support the bill.
Lina la ke Tseum Seidi ke tswa ko South African Youth Tobacco Forum.
Free Forum.
Or Free Forum.
Yes.
Ke thekga la ukakanyo.
I am a community development worker and I've been doing that for the past 15 years.
Nna shumi o a shumago ka tlhabollo ya setšhaba ke na le mengwaga e 15 dira seo.
I'm also a father of 2 young beautiful girls.
Ke ntate wa ba baninyana ba babedi ba babodi.
Chair and the MUC, sometimes it's important to speak from first-hand knowledge and experience, and it's exactly what I'm here to do. Not hearsays, point of being sponsored to push a destructive agenda, or just pushing time to be here.
Jwale re go bohlokwa gore motho a bolele ka seo a se tsebago e se go seo a se kwelego goba seo e leng gore o šušumeletswa go se dira.
I have worked with communities at all levels. And this is from an individual level, family level, community level, schools, political, civil society organizations, religious movements, and even business.
Jwale re ke šomile le setšhaba go tšwa mahlakoreng a fapanego e ka ba go šoma le batho ba lapa, batho ba kgwebo, ba dikereke, dikolo, jwalo le jwalo.
Chair, I also work for African Youth Development Fund, which is an organization that has a partnership with Department of Social Development. And we are running a program called Kimoja, I'm Fine Without Drugs Prevention, Substance Abuse Prevention Program.
Jwale re ke šomela African Youth Development Fund, yeo e leng gore e šoma mmogo le lefapha la tlhabollo ya badudi, yeo e leng gore e tšwetša pele lenaneo leo e leng go lemoša batho ka tšhomišo ya di drugs e leng gore e bitšwa Kimoja without drugs.
Yes. We meet young people every day as part of our work who are using substances and drugs, and they do agree that part of the substances that they add to electronic delivery systems or amahablis to be precise, they also add substances and drugs to those, and also alcohol.
Jwale re ke bolešana le baswa ka mehla gomme ba amogela taba ya gore mo godimo ga didirišwa tša elektroniki tšeo di bitšwago di-habli ba tsenya gape le diritibatši ka fao ba tsenya di-drugs mmogo le alcohol.
I see children who bunk schools on daily basis to go and smoke hablis in the parks.
Jwale ke bona bana bao e leng gore ba tlogela go ya sekolong ka mehla gomme ba ye ba yo dula kua di-parkeng ba tsube hape
And parks are public spaces.
gomme di-parke ke mafelo ao e leng gore ke a setšhaba.
Children whom I teach dance in my community, they tell me on other cases to say, other kids who comes having smoked hablies or these things, they don't smell good, and that indicates ukuba the substances are harmful and they are not protecting the vulnerable, which the bill seeks to do.
Jwale ge bana ba ka ruta ka mehla kua gae ba mpotša gore bana bao ba tsubago tsona di-habli tšeo ga ba nkge gabotse gomme seo ke sešupo sa gore lo tše di na le kotsi kudu mo baneng.
I have invited me to come and address on the new tobacco products as they have become a gateway to one of the parties.
Jwale ge na le dikolo tšeo e leng gore di mema gore ke tlo fa bana thuto mabapi le tšhomišo ya dišomi tša go tsuba tša elektroniki ka ge e le gore tšhomišo ya tšona ba thoma ka go di šomiša gomme go tloga fao ba bantše ba hlatloga ba feleletša ba šomiša tšona di-drugs.
I love my government and my community. Fellow South Africans, I was there when TAC Treatment campaign was advocating for people to access antiretrovirals. I was there during the government's robust HIV prevention strategy. The country has one of and many other countries envy us, and they also from us. I'm proud of my participation and patriotism in this country and proud of the outcomes that we have. This just shows the magic that happens when government and people work, which is putting people first.
Jwale ke rata Afrika Borwa kudu le gona ke be ke amega ke le gona nako tše go tshwe go swanetše go ntšhiwe di-ARV gore di thuša batho ke be ke le gona go tšweletšwa mananeo ao e leng gore
Person.
le gona ka rata gore go dilo tšeo e leng gore di tlile go thuša batho bana.
Let's put people's health and wellness profits. Thank you.
A ke pele maphelo a batho go fa letseno ke a leboga.
Sure. Ngizwakala. Ngiyabonga mfethu. Ngithanda ukubulisa sanibonani abantu beParliamente nomphakathi.
I would like to greet the parliamentarians as well as the community.
Igama lami ngoWanda, isibongo ngwakavuna.
My name is Wanda Vuna.
Ngibuya ku Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
I am from Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
Mina nami ngiyavumelana nebill ngiyayisupporta kakhulu ngoba ngomunye walaba bebabhema lamahabli.
I am in support of the bill because I am one of the people who've been smoking hablies and the vapes.
Yeah, iphuzu lokuqala ukuthi ke ingimoshisa imali kakhulu.
The first point is that it made me to waste a lot of my money.
Yeah, ngestory sami nje ngisho ukuthi ngelanga bengibhema 5 boxes of flavors and bengibhema ama-charcoal is 10 because of ahamba nga 10 in a pack, but bengibhema i-box lonke.
Now, my first story is that I used to smoke 5 packs of flavors, and I would also use 10 packs of charcoal. That is because the whole package would have 10 packs inside.
And uma ngibhema lento le bengingekho ngedwa benginabangani bami, and abangani bami most of them they are lost imisebenzi yabo.
Now, when I was smoking this thing, I wasn't smoking alone. I was smoking together with my friends. Their employment.
And bekwama breadwinner. And makwama nje mabafika emsebenzini bebasebenza kule misebenzi ngokuthini bebaqale bakucheck ukuthi awubhemanga or awuphuzanga, but because of bese addictive, that's when mangabe basicheka bathola ukuthi babhemile labafana umsebenzi uyaphela. So now into ebalulekile ukuthi ke uma ngabe iphela imisebenzi into engizama ukuthi bagcine sebahlele emalokishini.
Now, most of them were breadwinners. And they were working in the kind of companies whereby before you could enter the business, you first get tested as to whether you have smoked or not. And it was discovered that they had smoked, hence they were now dismissed. So they are now sitting at home unemployed.
Sometimes uma ngabe sibhema lezi zinto lezi masithi is addictive ngizama ukuthi sike sabona ukuthi lento lena isasidakwa. Mina personally ngagcina sengifaka ama drugs bengibhema intash bengifaka intash lapho ku flavor ngivale ngefoil do mangicina ngizigcina ngibhema but ngavuka sengisesibhedlela.
Now, as I had said that this thing is addictive. Now, after realizing that it wasn't affecting me as it has been doing before, ended up adding drugs on it. I used to smoke that he calls Ntash. It led me to now having lost my job.
And another thing, what I want to emphasize, I see my parents way too, they are disputing the bill. And at the end of the day, are those parents, yibo laba baqale bathuma abantwana ugwayi umntana abona ukuthi it's a good norm. Then umntana makamthuma ugwayi, once the continuously thing iqhubeka, that's when umntana abona ukuthi the continuous thing is a good thing. Abantwana baqala ngokubhema because of umama ungithule rubaba ungithumile. That's when once bhema lento le it's escalating now to say ugwaya ngisawuzwa ngizongena kudaga ngisuke kudaga ngize. That's why today kunabonyawupe. It's not because of abonyawupe bayiqali lento le. The parents start ukuthi abantwana babo.
Now, I have realized that a lot of our parents are against this bill. Now, that is because for the children to end up being addicted, it is because they were first sent by their parents to go and buy them cigarettes. So as that continues, the child then gets used to it. It becomes a norm. So when the child realizes that this is now a norm, the child will then also start smoking cigarette. And as that goes on, the child will then realize that, no, I don't feel this cigarette as I would like. Then he would then move on to marijuana. Then from there, he would go on to use drugs. Hence, we now have children who are now using nyaupe. It's not because they just started using nyaupe. They started from the bottom, from the cigarette.
And futhi angazi mhlambi isintu siyasazi.
Summarize because isikhathi sakho
Thank you very much. I summarize this time. Ngiyabonga mama. Mamelani ke. And those people who are selling these drugs or these tobaccos, they don't smoke these things. But the community, they support these things. I submit.
Jwale ge batho ba ba rekago metšhoko bona ga ba ibi setšhaba seo leng gore se thekga thekišo ya metšhoko.
I'm going to take the last round.
Ke tlo tšea tikologo ya mafelelo
If there's any,
ge e le gore go sa nna le ba bangwe ba nyakang go bolela.
ba sa bolelang pele akere.
Those who haven't spoken.
Mme wa Mosisi o green and the lady.
The lady in a
Three, wa
dress
Mosisi o
and
brown.
the lady.
Number 4, Daddy Mole ka cap. Number 5 at the back. With
Number
white
5 e mo
t-shirts.
morago.
Number 6, white dress.
Number 6, o apereng roko e tshweu.
Abuti wa Diprelu, number 7. Number 8,
Yeah,
ausi wa Muso Black.
Na le motho.
Number 9, abuti wa white t-shirts.
Wa skipa se tshweu.
Number 10, abuti wa skipa se grey. Abuti wa cap. Number 13, abuti wa skipa se blue.
Okay. The gentleman in a blue t-shirt.
Me wa ka mole number o tla latela.
Wena wa Diprelu.
Number 14, then number 15 will be. I'm going to give you only 2 minutes, ne?
You're only going to be given 2 minutes to speak.
You can start by introducing yourself and the organization that you are representing, or you are a community member, and then you state whether you support or not the bill, then your submissions.
O tla thoma ka go te tsebisha le mokgatlo o tswang go ona le gona o bolele gore a ka ba o thekga go ba o kgatlhanong le molaokakanyo.
Thank you very much, Chair. Through you, Chair, good afternoon, everyone.
Ke a leboga modulasetulo, ke dumedishe batho ka moka.
My name is Ebenezer Shoko.
Leina la ka ke Ebenezer Shoko.
I'm coming from Japan Tobacco International.
Ke tswa ko Japan International Tobacco, or yeah, Tobacco International.
It's just a few submissions that would want to quickly make.
Jwale ke ntlha tše mmalwa tšeo re nyakang go di tšweletša.
From a Japan Tobacco International perspective, regulation is not the issue.
Jwale go Japan Tobacco International, taolo ga ena pele bothata.
We are currently operating in a regulated environment anyway.
Re šoma ka fase ga maemo ao e leng gore a na le taolo mafelong ka moka.
The issue of children buying cigarettes under the age of 18, we are in concurrence with government. It should not happen.
Jwale re dumelana le mmušo gore taba ya gore bana ba reke metšhoko ba le ka fase ga mengwaga e lesomeseswai ga ya swanela go.
The current laws do not permit children to do so.
Melao ga e dumele bana gore ba reke metšhoko.
But the reason why you are seeing it happening is a lack of enforcement from those that should enforce those laws.
Jwale lebaka la gore le bone seo se direga ke ka ge e le gore bao ba tshwanetseng ba kgonthišiše gore melao e a latelwa ga ba dire bjalo.
So if there is a lack of enforcement of the current laws, is it the appropriate action to add more laws to what is currently existing?
Jwale ge ka ge melao e sa tsenywe tšhomišong, na e be re bona go hlokega gore go tsenywe melao e mengwe gape godimo.
So we don't agree that an additional regulation will serve the purposes of or the intentions of the bill.
Jwale ga re dumele gore molao wa tlaleletšo o tla tšwetša pele maikemišetšo a molaokakanyo.
So we look at the 2018, if you look at the session that we have had today, there's a lot of impact, how people are expecting or explaining the impact that the bill has on the different people around. So,
ge o ka lebelela kopano e re nago le yona tšhono batho ge ntše ba bolela ka mokgwa o e leng gore molaokakanywa o ama batho ka tsela efe.
So we believe a socio-economic impact assessment should be done.
Jwale ge re kgolwa gore go swanetše go dirwe tebedišišo yeo e leng gore e mabapi le gore a e ka ba molao o ama setšhaba ka tsela efe.
The 2018 socio-economic impact assessment that was done is outdated.
Tekolo yeo e ile go ya dirwa ya ngwaga wa 2018 e šetše e felotše ke nako.
We all know what happened in 2020. The landscape is very different from what it was in 2018.
Ke re tseba gore go diragetšeng ka ngwaga wa 2020. Mo se fapane le seo se bego se rena ka ngwaga wa 2018.
The issues of illicit, after the tobacco ban, I understand the UCT has issued a publication where after the 2020 ban on sale of cigarettes, it did not reduce the smoking incidents in the country. In actual fact, it increased illicit trade to the extent that in 2022, even 2 years after COVID, you are seeing that the taxpayer, the fiscus, has a loss of 18.2 billion that is lost to illicit trade.
Ke dumellana le dinyakišo tšeo di dirilwego ke UCT gore melao ya thibelo eo e ilego ya dirwa ka ngwaga wa 2020 mabapi le thibelo ya thekišo ya metšoko botse ga ya fokotša go tsubiwa ga motšoko eupša e ile ya thekga le go matlafatša theong le go belela seemo ka se sebaka economy e tloga e lahlegetšwe ke mašeleng a mantši.
All right, in conclusion, we think that even with the bill in its current form, it's not going to achieve the objectives of health improvement that we expect. It's the wrong way to be able to expect what we need to expect. There are several countries that have done a similar exercise and they have failed.
Jwale ge o ka lebelela ka se sebaka.
Thank you, Chair.
Ga o tle go re fa megola eo e le gore re lebeletse gore re fa yona go na le dinaga tše ntši tše ile go dira se gomme tša ba fihlella nepo tša tšona.
So in conclusion, working with government, I think we can have a bill that supports all, that actually works for everyone and has the objective of health objectives. Thank you.
Jwale ge ke ruma ke re ge re ka šoma mmogo le mmušo re ka kgona gore re thale molao kakanyo wa maleba o tlile go gola batho ka moka. Ke a leboga.
Sanibonani nonke endlini.
Greetings to everyone in the house.
Igama uBuyi wakaKhanya.
My name is Buyi Kanye.
Ngumzali nje osemncane.
I am a young parent
Ngiyayisupporta kakhulu iBIL.
and I strongly support the bill.
Njengoba ngishilo ngathi ngisewumzali omncane osingile futhi.
I have already stated that I am a young parent.
Okay, nginomntwana ona 18 omfana.
I have a son who is 10 years of age.
Ngizokhuluma kakhulu ngehabli because into engiyeke ngiyibone yenzeka phambi kwami kakhulu.
I am going to talk about a habli because it is something that I have seen happening in front of me a lot of times.
Okay, umntwana wami unokuyibhema ihabli ekugcineni kuzoba yini? Ama inside effects wawo asiwazi ukuthi yini. Bona nje ukuthi futhi ngiyamthengela nami izinto zakhona. Ngithi ngoba akabhema ugwayi akayothenga isigarette eshop. Ayilenti flavor nje nuka kamnandi ngiyamthengela.
Well, my child does smoke habli sometimes. And while we know what it does, most of the time I even buy the child the flavors and all those things.
Ngibone ekugcineni ukuthi wrong leyo nto leyo ngoba uyaqala manje uphathwa inhloko engapheli. And then ama marks wakhe esikoleni ayadropa uhlelele ukhala ngale nhloko. So ngibone manje ukuthi okay imbangela yayo yonke lento ile habli.
I realized later the effects of smoking habli because the child is always complaining of a headache, the child is always sleeping, and even his marks at school have dropped.
I-reason futhi ukuthi ngisupport le bill akushiwo ngokuma spice shop ukuthi uyavala ukuthengisa ugwayi but bengawuthengisa ngamaphakethe because mabathengisa loose abantwana ku easy ukuthi bahambe bamkerisa umntwana ngo5 rand athathe le mali ahamba ayothenga lama loose straw.
Now, I support this bill. And I would like it that it be stated that those spaza shop owners, they should stop selling loose draws. They should sell in full packs. Because if you give the child 5 rand to buy food at school, the child will take that 5 rand and go and buy a loose draw at the spaza shop.
Okay, mina ngumZulu ke ngizwe omunye ubaba like ethi ke why kukhulunywa ngogwayi ngabe kukhulunywa ngama drugs. IsiZulu sithi ligotshwa lisemanzi. So akekho umntwana ongaqala intashe engazi ukuthi engakaze abhema ugwayi kuzoqala kuye kuwintsango angabayizwi la azokuqala khona asebenzisa ama drugs. That's why ngithi nale happy kuqala ngayo ngoba thina siyabathengela sitshela ukuthi yinto nje mayengasazwa lento ayizwayo kule happy uzoqala asebenzisa iluzi after lapho kule happy la faka intsango emva lapho saya kuma drugs asicaleni khona la phansi.
Well, I am a Zulu speaking person. I heard the previous speaker saying that why are we discussing tobacco? Why are we not discussing drugs? Well, there's a Zulu saying that says that you teach a child while the child is still young. So for a person to end up using drugs, they didn't start by using drugs. They started from the bottom. They started by using or smoking cigarette. Then from there, it escalated to smoking dacha. Then from dacha to the drugs.
Ngicabanga ukuthi nge-right ngakho ngiyabonga kakhulu.
I think I'm done. I thank you.
Greetings to the House at large. Absheni, Vitorame Menikiwe Wakamabuza. I stand here as a public health specialist working for a certain organization that I can't mention because today I stand here as a member of the community.
Ni randa ku xeweta yindlu hinkwayo kumbe vanhu hinkwavo lava nga kona vito ra mina hi mina Nyikiwe Nyikiwe Mabuza ni huma ka organization leyi ni nga ta ka ni nga yi hlayi hi vito hikuva namuntlha ni yime tani hi muakatiko.
Thank you very much.
Na
I
khensa swinene.
do not support the bill.
Ani seketeli bili leyi.
And strongly because I will talk in the point of vaping,
Ku ri mhaka ngopfu ya ku ni ta vulavula hi vaping.
which is e-cigarettes, which a lot of people do not have much information about
Ku ri mhaka ya mafole lava vanhu va nga ri na vutivi ngopfu ka swona.
and don't understand what it is or how it works.
Va nga ri na ntwisiso ka ku ta njhani.
I'm sure a lot of speakers that have spoken here have spoken mostly about cigarettes and also drugs.
Va vulavuri vo tala swivulavuri swo tala leswi swi nga vulavula lana swi vulavula hi mafole na swidzidziharisi.
The bill puts together smoking and vaping together.
Bili leyiwani yi vulavula swidzahiso leswiwani ya swi hlanganisa.
Which are two different products with two different risks.
Leswi nga swilo swimbirhi leswi swi hambanaka swi tlhaka swi va na tirhisiso ta ku hambana.
And failure to recognize this runs the risk of pushing vapors back to smoking cigarette.
Ene ku va hi tsandzeka ku vona sweswo swi endla ku va na nsusumeto wukulukumba wa ku va hi tlherisela vanhu lava va tirhisaka vaping ku va ya dzaha.
Because I believe it works as a harm reduction method.
Hikuva ni ku tshemba leswaku swi tirha ku fana na habli.
Harm reduction method.
Okay, swi tirhisiwa ku va swi hunguta ntshikelelo lowu va ka kona.
Yes. In South Africa, we have a lot of public health issues.
La South Africa hina tinkingha to tala kumbe hina swiphiqo swo tala loko swi fika ka mhaka ya swa rihanyo.
And I believe we have to be realistic.
Ene hi fene hi va na ntivo swinene.
That's why we have managed to overcome some of the challenges or public health challenges that we face.
Hi yo mhaka hi ve hi kota ku hlula eka swin'wana leswi swa swiphiqo leswi a hi na swona loko swi fika ka swa rihanyo.
Because we use harm reduction methods.
Hi mhaka ku va hi tirhisa ku hlula hi tirhisa timethod letiwa ta ku hlula swilo leswi hinkwaswo.
For example, we're talking about drugs, right?
Xikombiso hi vulavula hi swidzidziharisi.
Today we have programs that are funded. It's called the PWID program.
Namuntlha hi na ti-programa leti ti vuriwaka
PWID. It's people
tlhava ka swidzidziharisi.
given harm reduction methods. They are given needles, clean needles with sort of like a pack, a harm reduction pack that they are able to go around with, free of charge.
Vanhu lava va nikiwa tinayiti leti ti yisaka ehansi switirhiselo matirhiselo ya swidzidziharisi lava leswi va nyikiwaka swona mahala.
So what are we trying to say? Are we saying that cigarette and vaping is more dangerous than drugs?
So hi ringeta ku vulavula yini vulavula ku vaping na fole swi na nghozi ku tlula.
So what I'm trying to say is that not use a one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to this bill.
Leswi ni zamaka ku hlamusela swona i ku loko swi fika ka bill leyi hi nga tirhisi leswaku xilo xin'we xi katsa hinkwavo.
Because we are dealing with different products with different risks.
Hikuva hi vulavula hi swilo leswi swi hambanaka leswi swi nga na vunghozi bya ku hambana.
Thank you very much.
Ni khensile swinene. Greetings.
Nagena Drebo Mage, Gululamo Ward 13.
My name is Teboga Makev. I stay at Ward 13.
na bili ge rejecta
I reject the bill
ka gore ke no bana ba babedi ke ba isa sekolong ka gore ke sa le gwai jeli legal ja molaone.
I reject the bill because I have 2 children that I sent to school through selling legal cigarettes.
Bele le ka phasisa bili bana ba ka sa sekolong era re bolena le do ba isa ka gore le do ba le njeje moro wa ka.
Now, if you pass this bill, I would not be able to send my kids to school. So that means you will send my children to school because you would have taken away my source of income.
Sa bobedi ke sa rena re ma Africa ne re a phasa mabideni ne re shumisa snake.
And secondly, we are Africans. We go to the graves and kiss our ancestors by using snuff.
Bele le councilor logi era or mathata rena re benna o thoga meshomo le do solve borena ka dimba rena ba re solvela one ne ba ka di neifi ba dimbo.
So, if you pass this bill, that would actually take away our ability to can perform our rituals. So that would then means that what our parents have been blessing us with, you would then carry that responsibility of giving us what our ancestors were given to us.
Sabraro wa re give fejiso de translate ka mora. Bana ke sa mafelelo bana ba dumela hore ga re gwae ene molao ona mo South Africa batho a ba le sa o roma bana hore ba re ga re gwae mara ba ska cancela le gwae ga re le gwae je le ga re cancela le ska re ke so 11 it lo no wela na gwa o lockdown batho ba cancela le gwae ja molao ra bona le gwae je ja gwa ka mo Zimbabwe re thoma o dala mo South Africa le balla go control na ba mmuso.
Now, children are not permitted to buy cigarettes. There is law that states that here in South Africa. But parents continue to send children to buy cigarettes. So I am saying that selling cigarettes should not be prohibited. Because if you prohibit the sale of cigarettes, that would only take us back to a situation whereby we see illicit cigarettes coming into the country, just like during the COVID period.
Le sano re bolela meberego le lo le drugs le lo le baje le se re gwae ja molao no re di regise re na benya ka 11 ga lebo.
Please do not kill a source of income. You'd rather fight the selling of drugs, the selling of marijuana and all of that, and allow us to proceed with our source of income. I thank you.
Well,
Greetings.
ke no ema mo mara le lo re tse dintsi tse ne ke tlela jona ba bantsi ba di touchile.
Well, I am standing here, even though the previous speakers have already said what I wanted to say.
My name is Alfred Moagi.
Lina la ka ke Alfred Moagi.
I'm from Palabora municipality.
Ke tswa masepaleng wa Phalaborwa.
I support the bill.
Ke thekga molaokakanyo.
And then ntwe shushumeditse hore ke eme mo go gore dilo tse di bolelwa ka tsona mo ke morekisi tsona gore it otherwise ke na le dishopo tse 2.
Now, what encouraged me to come and stand here is because what is being discussed here, I am actually its seller. By so saying, I mean that I have 2 shops.
And then I'm supporting this bill because lo tse ke di bonang ke nyaka go fetola le ba le ba re they are against the bill. Because if o le motswadi I don't think o na le motho wa sanya gore ngwana ga be le future.
Now, the reason I'm saying I'm supporting this bill, I would actually like to change the mindset of those who are against the passing of the bill. Because as a parent, there is no parent that does not want their child to have a brighter future.
And once we have then we will have a better South Africa.
So when we have children who attend school, na pele re tla ba le Afrika Borwa e kaone.
Then, se ke nyaka go se bolela o mo, ke a leboha parliament le kgonne jia nako e la tla setjhabeng la nyaka go tla o kwa gore na setjhaba se reng.
I would like to thank the government, the parliament for having came to the people to hear what the people would like to say.
But ke nyaka go thoma ka gore le government according to nna le shifter blame to the public e le gore problem ke lena.
So I would like to start by saying that as the government, you are shifting the blame to the people, whereas you are the problem.
Even if ke support a bill, a re tlhompheng batho ba ba tsubang, then re tle le ka plan, because what is important ke gore motho a tle ka plan. Bana ba ska ba le access ya go ya kwa dikwaeng.
Now, even though I support the bill, I think we should come up with a plan that would make children not to go and buy cigarettes.
Again, as government, le nagane ka di company tsa di cigarette tse di be molaong jaaka mo South Africa. Ge le ka dira di nyakisiso, le tlo khumana di business tsa bona batho ba di drobile.
Now, I think that the government should also start by supporting the local companies that produce tobacco, because if you could make a research, you would find that their business has dropped.
Problem ya di cigarette tse re ben le tsona ka South Africa ke di cigarette tse di tswa ka bo Zimbabwe. Those are the problems.
Now, the tobacco problem that we have in South Africa is caused by the illicit cigarette from Zimbabwe.
And the mo ka ro government e palla go controller batho bale di cigarette di tsena ile tse dintsi ka mo.
And it seems as if the government is unable to control the situation, because that illicit tobacco comes in huge numbers.
And ntwe e beng botlhokwa e ke nyaka go botsa parliament today go gore if lilo treater issue ya cigarette one side la jaya drug la ya side, then you are going to fail.
Now, an important thing that I would like to tell the parliament is that if you are going to separate the tobacco issue and put it aside, and the drug issue aside, and you are going to fail.
A ke tsebe gore o ka kgonega na ke be ke nabela o ka re le ka re le dutse ka mogolo dutse ka ona mo tafoleng ge le tswa mo la khumana maphodisa ba le escort la ya mo toropong mo dula ma Nigeria ma Senegal. Those people, they are not working here. A gona motho a thewelang ba le tsene ya bona e meraro ke believe or le lo khumana di cigarettes tse di worthang tšhelete ya go tshosa mo toropong.
Now, my wish is that seated there as you are, from there you should get a police escort and go to town where there are Nigerians and other foreign nationals. Those people are not working. If you can go and search in their houses, I believe that you will find cigarettes that are worth unthinkable amounts of money. I thank you a lot.
Firstly, I would like to first greet our visitors from Parliament. And as who have come from far to hear what you're caring for us.
My name
is Nikiwe Kosa. You know me. I'm usually here talking. As Nikiwe Kosa, I support the bill. I'm from the Palabura municipality.
And what committee yaba Palabura municipality.
I'm a ward committee of Palabra municipality.
Naloku email ani chuini.
As I stand here, I have no fear.
Gisela barangeri ba mina ba.
I listen to respect.
Lexi kona I ku hina ti masipala hi ri ti ward committee hi endla ti mass meeting va hi byela mi nga soli vanhu va le kule mi ku hi vo va xavisaku swilo swa ka swi nga ri kahle a va hi byelangi timeyara na tikhanselara ku sukelani ku nghenisa vanhu va ku huma kule a tispanzeni shopeni na.
As ward committees, we have meetings where we discuss things. In these meetings, councillors and mayors warn us not to not to rent out our property to people from outside.
Hina hi endla ku vanhu lava va le kule va ta na swilo swa ka swi nga lunghangi ni nge ya ki shop yi hira munhu un'wanyana ni ku a ngheni phakati we n'wini u tshika ku nghena.
We are the ones who enable outsiders to come with bad things. I shouldn't build a shop and then rent out to somebody else instead of using it myself.
Wa titwa ni tsaka ngopfu wa tiva na yi tshega na yi rhandza.
I feel very happy and I support this bill. I love it.
Namuntlha a ni nga lata jankari ni munhu wa ku jankari loko ni ta mi siya hi liya ya sesi loko hi tela mahlweni la a ni vulavula na mina no ringetela hi ku a ni tolovelangi ku heleketa van'wanyana loko hi vitaniwile ni nga vulavuli ni twa swi ni tikela.
I do not want to waste time today because I usually take quite some time when I speak, but by what Ceci said, since I'm someone who's able to speak,
African National Congress.
I am from the African National Congress.
Xama helelo ni kombela leswiya swa ku loko hi yimela mahlweni hi nga pointi ti organization a hi telangi swona hi tele ti bill leti va le parlamente va ta ku hi byeleni toho.
Lastly, I ask that when we're in front, we should not point organizations. We are not here for that. We are here for the bill that parliamentarians have brought to us.
Thank
you, parliamentarians. Sis Nikiwe, thank you as well from us.
Tovela.
Greetings.
Yemi mo kudumedisha batho ka moka bana gona ka maraol.
I am greeting everyone present here today.
Wele nas Japala Emmanuel ka fasa masipala wa Tzaneen.
I'm Zapa Manuel from Tzaneen Municipality.
Yemi mo ke sa thegi bili ka mabaga ije.
I do not support the bill based on these following conditions.
If regard ritibela gore tobacco ba e babaje. Rilo ba le loss because tobacco come South Africa in 13 billion every year. You support a government. So
if we can be against the advertising of tobacco, we will actually experience a great loss because each and every year the tobacco
30 billion.
They give the government 10 billion.
And 13 billion year as South Africa. Rebona logore ki charity le go ya khona re thusha hence re ga re thoka mešomo. So if but what tobacco be lo boela merero because of abaga sa khona generate charity ijeo. Ya re South Africa re lo ba le problem again ge ya go mešomo hence re ga re sala mešomo.
So we believe that 13 billion helps us as South Africans especially since there is this problem of unemployment. So if we are against the tobacco, that would then mean that the people who work under this industry would also lose their jobs.
So never gear. Hard the cigarette jello road license jello road malaon. Do operate to Walagam color or do jigaron. Then the cigarette jello road malao. Kijona jello road benefiting Chajaba Nabarin.
So I was saying that allow legal cigarettes to proceed, and we should be against illicit cigarettes because they are not benefiting us in any way here in the country. Thank you.
Chovela, Minjani.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm from Bapalabura municipality.
Noma aba Palabura municipality.
My name is Asina Ngwenya.
Betora mina Asina Ngwenya.
Akiyemeli bill.
I do not support the bill.
Imakama bakalamani kana wo.
Hikwalo ka swivangelo leswi ni nga na swona due to the following reasons.
Come close to the mic.
Okay, me endyangwini wa ka hina ni kurisiwe hi mali ya ku xavisiwa fole.
In my family, I was raised by the money that was accumulated from selling the cigarette.
A va kota ku hi xavela mpahla ya xikolo va hi hlayisa hi va kahle kaya.
They were able to support us, buy us our uniform, and all will be well because of this money.
My twin brother I hetelela va phorisa hi mhaka fole ra xavisiwa kaya.
My twin brother ended up being a policeman because of that cigarette that was sold in our house.
So lo fole ri aleliwa ni vona nga ku ri ta endla vusweti ka vanhu especially vanhu lava va nga tirheki.
If we stop or the cigarette selling is not permitted, I feel like there will be a lot of poverty for the people who are unemployed.
Kuna vanhu va ku tala lava kotaka ku hanya hi fole leri.
There are a lot of people who are able to make a living because of the cigarette.
Se ku ya hi me a ni vona nga ku loko a vo swa koteka ku na ndlela yin'wanyani handle ka leyi.
If possible, if there was any other way, I think we should use the other way instead of this one.
Hiku leswi swi nga xiswona vanhu va ku tala van'wanyani va ta hetelela se va yiva hi mhaka ku va nga ri na swakudya.
If we continue like this, most people will end up being thieves because they won't be their family or they won't be having food.
Ya ku tala leyi ni yi tivaka va hanyisaka hi fole and they never to bed with empty stomach hikuva va karhi va fole.
There are a lot of families that I know who are able to support themselves because of selling cigarettes, never go to bed with empty
They are
stomach.
cancer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good day to the chairperson of the committee as well as the honorable members of parliament. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Rishile ka swirho swa hlawuleka swa komiti mtshamo wa xitulu na vaaki khensa swinene nkarhi lowu ni nga nyikiwa wona.
My name is Mateme and I am from the South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
Hi mina Lesego Matime.
South African Tobacco. Yes, so the main thing that I wanted to start with before I get into my presentation is to just clarify a few things. The first thing is to emphasize that this bill seeks to regulate tobacco and nicotine products and not ban them.
Ni loko ni nga se nghenelela ngopfu ka timhaka leti ni lava ku vulavulaka hi tona mi nga ni basisa timhaka timbirhi yin'wana yo sungula ya kona hileswaku nawumbisi lowu wu lava ku lawula switirhisiwa swa tobacco na nicotine ku nga ri ku swi yirisa.
So the bill will only be regulating the operations of the industry as well as selling, but then it will not ban tobacco farming as well as the selling of cigarettes.
Nawumbisi wu ta va wu karhi wu lawula switirhisiwa swa tobacco ku katsa na ku endla kambe wu nge yirisi ku xavisiwa.
Secondly, I wanted to say that the bill does not speak to single stick cigarettes and it does not intend on banning them.
Now mbisi awuvalavuli hi mafole ya ku tiyimela hi un'we naswona awuvalavuli hi ku mayirisa.
And also regarding illicit trading, the bill is a health bill, and all matters regarding illicit trading should, I guess, be directed to the relevant committees, so Treasury and also SARS. But also, most of the illicit trading that happens in South Africa, 80% of it is from the industry itself. So I wanted to also clear out.
Mayelana na ku xavisiwa ka fole swinene nawini ro ka ri nga pfumeleriwangi na umbisi wu langutisa swinene eka ku lawula kambe lowu wu langutisa ngopfu eka timhaka ta swa rihanyo ku nga ri timhaka ta maxaviselo na leswin'wana sweswo swi fanele swi yisiwa ka tindzawulo leti fambisanaka na sweswo.
Thank you. The previous speaker before me spoke about not only the previous speakers rather before me spoke about the supposed negative impacts rather of tobacco on the economy, but I wanted to say that if the tobacco industry currently rather the tobacco industry gives us 12 billion rands in taxes, but then in South Africa spends close to 42 billion rands due to smoking.
Switandzhaku leswi nga va kona na umbisi eka economy kambe lava kombisa hi mintsengo ya ku hambana leyi yi nga kona mayelana na kata vuhumelerisi lebyi byi humaka eka ku xavisiwa ka fole leyi fika kwalomu ka 40 million wa tirandi.
Within the 42 billion, close to 14 billion is spent on treating tobacco related illnesses, while close to 28 billion is used to treat or to like deal with productivity losses as well as the costs that are related to premature deaths.
Mabiliyoni ya lawa ku na mintsengo yo hambanahambana ya timhaka swo hambanahambana hi tlhelo ra swa rihanyo ku katsa ku va ku hlayisiwa vanhu lava va ka va khumbekile kumbe mafu lama yona nkarhi wu nga se fika hikwalaho ka switandzhaku swa ku tirhisa.
Lastly though, I want to also reiterate the fact that this is a public health bill and it is a bill that is aimed at ensuring that South Africans, their health is protected. And the main thing for this, or the main purpose of this bill is to reduce prevalence of tobacco consumption. And this is done by ensuring we want to stop in an environment that supports their decision to stop. Mostly importantly, especially for me, a young person working for an organization for young people, is to ensure that young people are not exposed to these products, because we know that exposure leads to curiosity, curiosity leads to experimentation, and experimentation will lead to a lifelong addiction to nicotine and tobacco products.
Lava kombisa leswaku xikongomelo nkulu xa nawumbisi lowu i xikongomelo xa swa rihanyo xa ku tiyisisa leswaku rihanyo ra vanhu ra hlayiseka, vanhu va nga vi na ntolovelo wo biha hikwalaho ka ku tirhisa mafole na ntolovelo wo biha wa ku tshama va karhi va lava nicotine, leswi hi swi tivaka leswaku i swilo leswi swi pfunanaka eka ku va munhu a va na ntolovelo lowu wu n'wi karhataka eku fambeni ka nkarhi. Hikwalaho lexi fanele ku xi rhangisiwa mahlweni ku langutisa timhaka ta rihanyo leti ti va ka ti karhi ti bumabumeriwa hi nawumbisi lowu.
In closing, I support the bill in its entirety with no reservations or conditions. Thank you.
Ni hi ku pfala ni seketela nawumbisi hi ku hetiseka.
Good day. Thank you, Chairperson and members of Parliament. My name is Millicent Bobabe from Ward 32. I'm a Ward Committee. I fully support the bill. The reason why I support the bill.
Rishile committee mtshamo xitulu vito ra mina hi mina Millicent Bobabe kus ni le ka Ward Committee ni seketela nawumbisi ku hetiseka swivangelo swa kona hi leswi.
Our communities want freedom from tobacco and damage that it causes to our health and our Our communities want freedom from tobacco and damages it causes to our health, our environment, and our economy.
Miganga ya hina yi lava ku ntshunxeka eka tobacco hikwalaho ka switandzhaku leswi tobacco yi nga na swona eka rihanyo ra hina eka na le ka economy na miganga.
And our government must make sure that those who sell tobacco, they don't sell to underage children, and they must make sure that those who smoke, they smoke in a private place. By doing so, give our children that mentality that smoking is not a good thing. Our kids will grow up.
Tiyisisa lava xavisaka fole leswaku va xavisa eka ndhawu leyi nga pfaleka no hlayiseka yi nga fikeleriki vana. Hi ku endla sweswo swi ta endla leswaku vana va swi tiva leswaku ku dzaha na ku tirhisa fole swi na nghozi eka rihanyo ra vona.
And to the parents that are in this hall, I'd like to say that let's have the best interest in heart for children.
Eka vatswari lava nga holweni ni la ku vula leswaku a hi rhangiseni emahlweni timhaka ta vana va hina hi khathalela vona ku sungula.
Thank you.
Inkomo.
Good day to the panel.
Rishile eka committee.
Yeah, my name is Helen. I'm from the organization called SASTA.
Ni Helen kusuka eka Nsta.
Yeah, my organization is SASTA, which seeks to fight and protect the rights of all South Africans and engage in small businesses.
Ngano wa hina wu lava ku sirhelela kumbe ku lwela na ku sirhelela timfanelo ta maAfrika hinkwawo ku va nghenelela eka bindzu.
Sparse informal traders that work with these formations.
Ku nga va minhlangano yo fana na swimawusa, nhlangano wa hina wu tlhela wu tirhisana na mavandla ya tipolitiki.
That the same similar objectives. Foreign nations have taken over the street trading spaza shops, and the informal business in general is all foreign nations.
Vahlampfa va tekile vufambisi bya mabindzu etindhawini ta le makaya kumbe swimawusa ku xavisa emapatwini kumbe etlhelo ka patu na swimawusa ko tala mi ta kuma ku ri vahlampfa va nga tata tindhawu teto.
Who have illegally in South Africa are allowed to free roam around the street, trade and run spaza shops, and the government has turned a blind eye to this sad state of affair now.
Lava va nga nghena e vahlampfa lava nga nghena la tikweni swi nga ri nawini, mfumo va pfumelele ku va famba na switarata leswi ku nga ri na khombo eka vona. I mfumo wa hina wu nga pfumelela xiyimo lexi xa ka xi nga tsakisi ka nkarhi wa sweswi.
We are facing another disaster of illegal tobacco that is allowed our country, our people are living, making a living with that loose draws their spazas.
Hi langutane na khombo kambe ra vahlampfa va endlaku swilo swo ka swi nga ri nawini, kambe hi tlhelo lerin'wana vaaki va hina va hanya hi ku xavisa mafole lawa ya ku xavisiwa hi rin'we.
And those who sit at street and sell sweets, they also add those loose drawers on their tables, and when men took off, now the family will suffer.
Lava va tshamaka eswitarateni va xavisa malekere na vona va tlhela va ngetela ku xavisiwa ka mafole. Loko se mfumo wu va tekela mpfumelelo wa fole, mindyangu ya vona yi ta hlupheka.
We don't condone the underage to buy cigarettes from the shops.
A hi seketeli ku va malembe le hansi va xava mafole emavhengeleni.
Mera Leboa.
Hi kensile swinene.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ke a leboga chairperson and the committee, acting chairperson and the committee. Mara 5 minutes ke nyane ka gore monne o tšea 2 minutes ya ka. Ke kgopela gore a ke tsebe gore nka bolela. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you, chairperson, the committee.
Thato wa ga Mmako.
My name is Tato Mako.
Ebile ke tswa ga South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
I'm from South African Tobacco Free Youth Forum.
Yes, I would like to tell the committee that we support the bill entirely.
Ke tla rata go botsa komite gore re thega molaokakanywa go felletše.
And also to stretch that I don't need a ventriloquist to mislead me as much as we have seen that people are misled by things that are just bought in here and nobody is saying anything about it because it's misinformation. It reflects why a lot of people came here claiming that this very beautiful bill is here to ban the sales of tobacco products.
Jwale ge ga ke tla rata go tšweletša gore ga ke hloke mokgatlo o itšeng gore o ntire gore ke nagane ka tsela e nngwe go swana le ge go tloga go ile gwa hlaka gore batho ba itšeng ba fiwile di-pamphlet mo go tšeo e leng gore ga di ba botše nnete di ba botša gore molaokakanywa o mmotse o maikemišetšo a ona ke go thibela thekišo ya motsoko.
So, Chairperson, I would like to firstly say that we support the bill, especially on 100% indoor public spaces, due to the fact that a lot of kids out there are inhaling these harmful substances. It's not intentional. And then their parents, we cannot blame now because they have education about second-hand smoking and third-hand smoking, at which I believe we must now start educating people that the second-hand smoking exists and it is very harmful and it is actually harmful than the actual smoking. As there is now this thing called a third-hand smoking, at which when you enter a room and smoke, even if you leave the room, the person who comes into that room will be affected also. That's how harmful this product is.
Jwale re thekga molaokakanywa o kudu mo o thibelago go tswa ga metšoko mafelong ao e leng gore a šomišwa ke setšhaba. So ka ge e le goreng setšhaba ga se tsebe ka taba e ya gore motho a tsuba gomme o a leng kgauswi le yena a hema moši o leng gore o tšwa ko motsoko ola. Seo se tloga se na le kotsi kudu go feta kotsi e leng gore motho o a tsubago o lebana le yona. Gomme re boa gape re tsena mo tabeng ya dinyakišišo tšeo di fihlelletšwego ke ba World Health Organization mo e leng gore ba ile ba hwetša gore gape go na le se se bitšwang gore ke
third-hand smoking.
Yeah, third-hand smoking. Yona o ihlalosa gore ge le go o ka tsuba o le ka mo phapušing gomme wa tšwa motho wa tla go tlo tsena ka mo le yena o tlo fihla a angwa ke mošo e leng gore o hwetša ka mo phapušing.
Yes, and then also quickly I just want to stress that there has never been any treat or public health solution that became better than the one that was provided by World Health Organization. And in doing so, I want to also stress this issue of people claiming that tobacco is assisting our economy. And in actual fact, it is a negative externality to the budget of our department. And then also stress the fact that what we call illicit cigarettes are mostly sold by the same informal traders that who claim that there is illicit cigarettes. Actually, before I continue, I want to define to you what is illicit cigarette. An illicit cigarette is a trade tobacco products supply, distribution and sales of tobacco products through smuggling of G9 and counterfeit cheap white tobacco products. And then this illicit cigarette, what we call a contraband, it's this cigarette, or rather smuggled through what called bootlegging. So these people also, they do this bootlegging because they want to avoid taxes. Who does that? I heard somebody saying that they're going to lose their jobs because of this bill. There is nothing like that. Who is producing this illicit cigarettes? The same people who are producing legal cigarettes. How so? For me to produce a cigarette, I will need a tobacco leaf. Who is there anything called illicit tobacco farm? There is nothing like that. So who provides this illicit cigarette manufacture leaves? The same tobacco farms that are legal, that are existing. And then also, I wanted to ask a very simple question to the same industry to say that when they say 60% of the market is dominated by illicit cigarettes. Who?
Can you conclude?
Yes, I will conclude. If they are saying 60% of the market is dominated by illicit cigarettes, I want to understand why haven't they declared 70% loss? Their profits are continue to increase, more especially, if the illicit cigarette was affecting the industry, I believe that there should have been losses, but their corporate share do not crop, they continue to grow, at which I believe the very same...
Your point is taken. If there's something that is still outstanding, you can go to the table. And
Chairman, one process. Thank you.
Tla rata go ba kgatlhanong le ba e leng gore ba bolela gore go thibelwa ga metsoko eo e leng gore ga e molaong go tlile go bolaya moruo ka ge e le gore ge o ka lebella metsoko eo e leng gore re ga e molaong e hwetšwa mo dipolaseng tšeo e leng gore di molaong le gona ga gona sešupo sa go bontšha gore go ile go bana le phokotšego goba go phutlama ga moruo ka lebaka la go thibelwa ga metsoko eo e leng gore ga e molaong.
Namlosa.
Greetings.
Bitra mina emena Colin wa ka Mabikane kusuka ka Malamulele.
My name is Colin Mabigani. I'm from Malamulele.
Ni twintsaka loko ni fika la ku valula timhaka ta tobacco bill se ni ku no na mina la ku va party.
I was very happy when I arrived here and we were talking about the tobacco bill, and I said I wanted to be part.
Ene ani yimi na yona.
I do not support the bill.
Hikola ka yini loko mo ingisela since ni tshamile ni ringeta ku langusa especially kusuka ka tlhelo ra youth against tobacco. Loko mo ingisela va akatiko la ne ba botisa vanhu lava nga tala la u kona maakatiko wa la ndhaweni na langele ka youth leyi nga la Department of Health yi tini na vanhu va yona lava yi nga va trainer ku va ta kota ku hi convince ku swilo leswiwani swi wrong ma va twa vana lava vulavula xilungu hikwalaho ka NSFAS leyi fandiwaka hi yini hi tax. So loko mlangusa Department of Health tshikani ku hi misleader mi ta na vana lava ku va ta hi vulavula xilungu and then va confuse vanhu lava nga la andlwini a swi kahle.
So I do not support the bill because firstly, if you to look around the hall, you can see that the people that are here are not from this place. So it's very clear that the Department of Health, you came with your own people, youth, because you can see that all of these people that are here, all the people that have made statements here are speaking English, which is the English that is, they educate because they're funded by NFSS. So it's very clear that you came with these people, of which is wrong.
I want to correct you before you proceed. We didn't bring anyone. We are from Cape Town.
Lava ku milungisa se mahlweni a hitangi na munhu hina hi suka hi ri Cape Town.
Okay. Na twisisa.
I understand.
Va swi tsakisa namuntlha ku mi kota ku fika la as mi ri parliament.
I am very happy that you are here today as the parliament.
Kambe loko ku vulavula hi service delivery mi va mi nga ri kona ma tsutsuma.
But when we talk about service delivery, you are not here, you always run away.
Sweswi hi mhaka ku mi la ku endorse bill leyi mi nga endla agreement na promises na WHO.
But now because you want to endorse the bill that you had an agreement with WHO.
For me na bill ani mina yona. Leswi ni nga swi vulaka eku Department of Health hlanganani na tikhampani leti ti endlaka fole mi tshama hansi mi vulavurisana. And number 2, mi hlangana na Department of Labor mi checka the value chain ya tikhampani leti endlaka fole na ti supplier from mapurasini ku ya fikela ka lo a xavisaka ku i mali muni.
The department, I feel like I do not support the bill because the Department of Health, I feel like you should have a meeting with the companies that are selling this tobacco and discuss.
Va fane va tshama na vona va vulavurisana and va tlhela va cheka ku value chain hi ku ya hi tikhampani leti i vanhu vangani lava nga ta lahlekeriwa hi mintirho na swi twa swivulavuri leswi vulaka ku a ku nga ta lahleka fole.
Okay. You should sit down with these companies, have a discussion, and also look at the value chain and how many people are going to lose their jobs. I've heard the statement made by the other speakers.
Can you conclude? Your time
Yeah.
is up.
Okay. Department of Health, sikan ku endla the promises na WHO, then mbuya mta kota ku endorse swilo mi kha mi swi tiva ku South Africa ya develop. I fani na vo Australia na tin'wana ti country. Inkomo.
Okay. Department of Health, please stop making. Department of Health, please stop endorsing, making agreements with the WHO because South Africa is still a developing country, unlike the countries outside, which are Australia.
Yeah, Inana Garisha. Can I proceed? Yeah. May I greet the members of the Portfolio Committee, appreciate the opportunity that is given to me to say a word or two.
Ke dumedishe maloko a committee ke leboga gape le monyetla o ke o fileng gore ke ntshe se mafahleng.
My name is Mohau Mukhele. I come from the Allied Workers Union.
Now-
Not support the bill as it stands.
Ke Mohau Mogela ke tswa ko Food
And Allied
and
Workers.
Plus Workers Union le gona ga ke thekge molaokakanywa.
Yes. From our perspective, the bill as it stands, the only thing that it will achieve is to deployment and destroy livelihoods.
Go ya ka rena seo molaokakanywa o tlileng go se dira ke go ka thunkantšha mešomo ya batho mmogo le boiphedišo bja bone.
What I don't understand is that in a country where the unemployment rate is approaching 50%, how on earth would the government organize, coordinate resources to travel across the country and facilitate further joblessness?
Jwale seo re sa se kwešišeng ke gore na ebe mmušo o tla jwa mo sephethong sa gore mo nageng yeo e leng gore tlhokego ya mešomo e šetše e ya go fihla go 50%, gomme ba šomiše mašeleng go ralala le naga e ka moka ba nyaka go tšwetša pele tlhokego ya mešomo.
The tobacco industry remains the legal industry in the country. Therefore, there should be a difference between regulation and suffocating. And indeed, there should be a difference between discouraging and destroying.
Jwale ge industry e ya metšoko ke industry yeo e lego molaong mo nageng. Bjale go swanetše go bane le phapano gare ga go laola mmogo le go bolaya.
Let me touch on the ministerial powers that are provided for by the proposed bill. You remember during the COVID when ministers had unlimited powers, there was a time when without scientific evidence, there was the ban on the sale of tobacco.
Jwale ge ke kgwathe melawana eo e leng gona ke tšweletše gore a ka ba le a gopola ka nako yeo e leng ka nako ya COVID ditona di be di filwe maatla a go ka itirela seo e leng gore ba nyaka go se dira, gomme ba ile ba re ka ntle le bohlatse gwa thibelwa thekišo ya motšoko.
And that resulted in many companies, including the company that I work for, to retrench on 2 consecutive occasions because of the implication that 5 months of ban had on the industry.
Gomme seo se ile sa dira gore di-company go tsenyeletša le company eo ke e šomelago gore e re ka makga a mabedi e fokotše bašomi mošomong.
What makes matters worse is that at some point the government was taken to court and they were not able to defend their decision, yet people have lost their jobs.
Gomme seo se kgahlišago kudu ke gore mmušo o ile wa išiwa kgorong ya tshekelo, gomme ge go fihlwa fao ba palelwa ke go ka
Can you
šireletša le go
conclude?
tšweletša mabaka ao e leng gore a dirile mmušo gore o tšee sephetho seo batho ba bantši ba lahleketšwe ke mešomo.
That was very quick. Let me go to plain packaging. Plain packaging I support primarily because plain packaging will make counterfeit quite easier. It will be less complex. Number 2, defacing branding won't work for the country. As I'm talking to you now, everyone knows that in every township in South Africa, we have a challenge at Nyaupe, we have a challenge at drugs. Are they branded? The answer is no. Why do we think defacing branding on tobacco will yield the desired results when education and progressive interventions and collaboration between the government and the tobacco industry have always been there to facilitate better monitoring of whatever regulation that has been agreed upon already?
Jwale ge go e tla mo diphaketheng tšeo e re ga
Thank you.
di na maswao ga ke dumelane le seo ga ileng gore ga di na maswao ka ge seo se tlo dira gore go be bonolo gore go dirwe tšeo e leng gore ga se tšeo e lego tša nnete le ge re ka lebelela tsona le tsona ga
Okay, ke a leboga.
Thank you.
Madume go batho ka moka o ya ka maemo a fapana.
Greeting everyone and all protocols observed.
O leina la ka ke Thapelo Frank Mosipi.
My name is Thapelo Fred Musipi.
Ke tswa ke le Sekgosese, Greater Letaba Municipality.
I'm
Ward
from
18.
Sekgosese, Greater Letaba Municipality, Ward 11.
Ward 18.
Or Ward 18.
Ke nna ward committee member.
Ward.
Okay, a ke na bothata le ho supporta BDA. Ke support.
I support the bill.
Le lore ke na le tshepedi tse tharonyana tse nka bolelago ka tsona.
Even though I have a few things that I would like to bring forth.
Okay, ke be ke consent ka the measures tse lore di builwe in place tabeng ya ho tshireletsa bana mabapi le ho duba.
I'm concerned about the measures that are put in place in terms of protecting children from smoking,
Mo explain mo dikolong.
especially in schools.
And hape le nomoro ye lore e gola ka lebelo ya ope.
And also the increasing number of nyao users.
And hape le corruption ka ra go yo.
And also the corruption in it.
So ba ikishi ba nyaope ba dira sene ene na se pusho is dirang.
The sellers of nyaupe continue on selling because nothing that the government is doing about it.
Kala ba kala ba bangwe ba ba shumedi ba sepodisa, they are practically involved.
Because some of the police officials are involved in it.
So you are it lo enja ene re fela re sena tshepo ya gore na bana ba rena ba tšea or bilio to ba botlhokwa go rena o ne re setse re na le taba tša go tša gore dilo di a diriwa o tsene a ona something se le sa diriwa ka pušo ya rena.
So this is very disappointing because we always wonder as to whether our children are going to be protected, because there's always a transgression of law that is happening and there is nothing that is being done about it.
O conduct to a search mo dikolong ba searcha gore na bana ba tlileng bara one ba searcha maphodisa ba fumantsha khwetsa dikwai ba khwetsa dinyaope ba khwetsa di tlhabane di thipa.
Searches are always conducted at schools, and police discover that children have brought to school knives.
Conclusion. Tabili ke khopela hore mente ka re thusha ka o dira ka o make sure toka ya phethala ena bana ba tshireletse ba lore ba dira corruption tabeng senya bana ba rena ka nyaope ba tshwariwe ene re kgone bona hore ka nnete something is happening.
Now, by supporting this bill, I am hoping that the Parliament would ensure that justice is done by protecting our children from the sellers of nyaupe.
Okay, ke a leboha.
Thank you. I greet everyone as well as the members of Parliament. My name is Titima
ka fase ga masepala wa
Tanzanian Municipality,
wine
Ward 9.
portfolio ke emetse magoši ka o teng ya renka.
My portfolio is that I represent all the traditional leaders in our ward.
Rena re le magoši re supporta bili 100%.
As traditional leaders, we support the bill 100%.
Gobane re dula le setšhaba sa gabo rena seo re se ratago.
Because we live with our community that we
phela le
love.
sona.
We live together with the members of the community.
Re bona mašaedi le bogolo jo bo tlišwang ke metšoko.
We see the wrong things that are brought about by tobacco.
Re gore ke ba bannyane ba rekišetše mang.
We also see young kids, selection as to who is being sold tobacco and who is not being sold.
Yona metšoko yeo go thong e melaong.
The legal tobacco
Ke yona yeo bana ba rena ba utang diterate ka gare le dinyaope ka gare ga yona.
it is the one that our kids hide drugs and nyaupe
Dishopo e le tše pedi nageng.
in a community.
O bona ka ga ye nngwe ya rekelwa dikwai ka go ye nngwe.
You would in one shop,
Ge o dira
people
res-
go and buy cigarettes, lots of it, while the other shop doesn't get customers.
Ge o dira research ya gore na go dirwa bjang mo o bitša ma CPF gore ba tsenelele ba bone gore na gobaneng o hwetša e le gore ye nngwe shop kwa etša yona di na le nyaope ka gare.
Now, when you do a research and invite the CPF members to come and conduct a search, you would then discover that the cigarette from one shop has nyaupe inside.
Le batho ba rena ba bagolo ga ba kgone go se bona seo. O feleletša motho a re ka shopong ya ga Mokete sekere gona ya kwala ya betha.
Even the people are unable to notice that, saying a particular spaza shop is effective.
Ka ga yo mongwe ba yela eno ba tamati ga e kwale.
And they would then say that the cigarette from the other shop is ineffective.
Bjale re be re kgopela gore parliament ka ge e šetše e šikintše se ga e tšwele pele.
So we would like to say that since the parliament has come with this suggestion, it should proceed with it.
Setšhaba sa rena se a gobala re ka se re lebeletše taba ya mebereko. Eo bereka ke mang ka gore ba fela mafatla ka nyaupe eo ba reng ba tsuba sekerete.
So our nation is suffering, and we are expecting them to go and work. So how will they be able to work? Because their lungs are actually getting damaged.
Re fa bana ditšhelete tša mekero ga ba sa rong before ba ka tsena ka sekolong ba line go yo reka dikarate tšeo ka gare ba sa tsebeng gore di na le nyaupe.
We give our children money to go and buy food at school. But before they can get to school, they start by going to the spaza shops to buy cigarettes that they do not even know that inside those loose drawers there is nyaupe.
Ge ba sena tšhelete ya go reka ba recruiter bana ba rena gore ba ba rekišetše disekarete tšeo di bethwang sekolong ka baka la gore ba tseba gore ba tlo di tšea ka gore ba šetše ba addicted go dinyaupe tšeo tša bona.
So the spaza shop owners, when they do not get the buyers, they then recruit our children to take the cigarette and go and sell it at school. Because when they go to sell at school, there is already children at school who are already addicted to this nyaupe.
Re le magoši ga re tlile go dumela go bona setšhaba sa rena se felelwa bana ba rena ba lahlegelwa ke bokamoso ka baka la gore rena re re mešomo e tlo fela mole e le re bo mmagwebo potlana le boragwebo potlana re dirago seo go ntšha bana.
As traditional leaders, we are not going to allow our community to be helpless, and we are not just going to watch our children lose their future, while ourselves as sellers or spaza shop owners are the ones who are perpetrating all this that is wrong.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
Ke dumedishe batho ka moka.
My name is Veshia Parker
Leina la ka ke Veshia Parker.
from Pumalanga.
Ke tswa ke le Mpumalanga.
I'm here because I visited my sister. She's not well, and then I heard about this.
Ke mo ka ge le gore ke etetse se ya ka ge e le gore wa ba jwa gomme ka re ke le mo ka kwa ka kopano ye.
First of all, I'd like maybe to ask or maybe to comment on the introduction.
Lava ku lai mafambela swilo la masungule.
There is some fusion or maybe people not understanding or maybe more negatives to the bill, but I thought maybe it's because of the introduction before we start with the
Ni
bill.
vona onge kuna ku kanganyiseka kumbe vanhu va nga swi twisisi leswaku nawumbisi u tirhisa ku yini ivi ni lemuka leswaku kumbe xani i masungulo ya kona le ku sunguleni.
First of all, I support the bill.
Xo sungula ni seketela nawumbisi.
I thought or I think maybe if the first content was the dangers of smoking or use of tobacco products.
Nhleketa onge loko a ku lova masungulo ya timhaka ku va ku ri nghozi ya ku dzaha kumbe ku tirhisiwa ka switirhisiwa swa tobacco.
Maybe we could have saved time on the people that maybe became angry during the process.
Kumbe xana hi ta va hi hlayiseka nkarhi mayelana na vanhu lava nga ku hlundzuka loko hi karhi hi ya mahlweni.
First of all, tobacco product does not have any positive.
Swa tobacco swi hava mbuyelo emirini.
Two, who start smoking cigarette they're in drugs.
Vana va sungula ku dzaha mafolo va hetelela hi swidzidziharisi.
Then the best one is people who are using tobacco products or smoking, they don't have money even to support their families.
Nghozi leyikulu i ku vanhu lava va tirhisaka switirhisiwa swa tobacco kumbe ku dzaha va hava mali hambi ku ri ya ku hlayisa mindyangu ya vona.
Right, now I come to what can we do? In most people that are spoken here, I think I'm the last one.
Nita eka ku xana hi nga endla yini eka vo lava va nga vulavula la onge no hetelela.
Is that everybody who are speaking here, the head points to be considered that they don't have money, their children are not at school. Why? Because there's no money. The money that is there, it's buying cigarettes and drugs.
Vo tala va lava nga vulavula laha va vulavule timhaka leswaku a va na mali vana va vo ve le xikolweni kambe hikwalaho ka yini hikuva mali leyi fane yi ri kona yi le ku xaveni mafole.
And the other thing is on the cigarette boxes or containers, there is no information about the real chemicals in the tobacco product.
Xin'wana i ku eka mabokisi kumbe leswi nga phutsela mafolo ku hava vuxokoxoko mayelana na switirhisiwa swa nghozi leswi swi nga kona endzeni ka tobacco.
And also there are people that are having problems with having children and money.
Now, my suggestion is, as nationalists here, Parliament, give money to national office, province, and downwards to conduct smoking cessation programs. One,
Kuna vanhu lava va nga kombisa swilo swo hlaya na ku va ku nga ri na mali a ni ta bumabumela leswaku tanihi palamende a ku nyikiwa mali eka mimfumo hinkwayo ya swifundzankulu ya timasipala ku va ku ri na minongonoko ya ku tshikisa vanhu fole xo sungula kumbe xivangelo.
Can you please conclude, ma?
okay, and then Parliament to protect the hospitality industry, that our mothers are chased out because they don't want to work in smoking areas, and give money to national for smoking cessation programs. Thank you.
Ku va palamende yi tlhela yi sirhelela tindhawu leti ta ku tirha etihotela na la ku hlayisiwaka vanhu hikuva vatswari va hina va hlongoriwa hikuva va nga lavi ku hefemula fole.
Thank you very much for your input.
Hi khe swinene hikwalaho ka swibumabumelo swa n'wina.
Everything it's been recorded.
Hinkwaswo swi kandziyisiwile.
We are not going to respond.
A hi nge hlamuli.
My chairperson is now here.
Mutshami wa xitulu wa mina se va fikile.
The really chairperson of the portfolio committee.
Mutshami wa xitulu hi yena wa komiti leyi.
You can just greet.
Good afternoon.
Enhlekani.
I'm Dr. Kenny Jacobs.
Ni Dr. Jacobs.
I'm the chairperson of the portfolio committee.
Ni mutshami wa xitulu wa komiti.
I want to thank all of you.
Ni lava ku khensa hinkwenu ka n'wina.
Limpopo province.
Ku suka la xifundzenikulu xa Limpopo.
I also want to Honorable Gooding for me for the few days.
Ni tlhela ni lava ku khensa mudela lava va nga ni yimela ka masuka.
Also the mayor here present.
Na swirho le kona.
Without you, we cannot do what we are doing.
Handle ka n'wina a hi nge swi endla leswi hi nga ku swi endleni.
Committee.
Mi ta swi vona leswaku leyi i komiti leyi nga na mavandla yo tala ya tipolitiki.
We will go all over the provinces to have these public hearings.
Hi ta ya eka swifundzankulu hinkwaswo ku va na mitshamo leyi.
We take the input of every single person who comes to give us input here.
Hi teka swibumabumelo swa munhu un'wana na un'wana loyi a taka ku ta bumabumela.
And everybody's say and everybody's input is important.
Swin'wana na swin'wana leswi nga ku vuriweni hi munhu un'wana na un'wana swi na nkoka.
I apologize for the delays I had with the flight.
Ni kombela khomeriwa hikuva ni hlwerisiwile hi xihahampfhuka.
I wish you a wonderful day further.
Ni mi navelela siku ra kahle ku ya emahlweni.
Oh, and we're not finished. I've just heard from the acting chairperson, but thank you very much for your indulgence today.
A hi se heta ni twa xandla xa mutshami wa xitulu kambe ni khensa swinene.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to request the councillor, Councillor Sophie, to just say one or two before we close the session.
Ni ta kombela mukhanselara Councillor Sophie ku vula mambirhi.
Avuxeni vaakatiko.
Good day, residents.
Ni rhandza ku xeweta vuyeni bya hina bya ku huma eParliament ya hina.
I'd like to give guests from our parliament
Lava namuntlha va nga hi endzela la ka masipala wa hina wa Tzaneen.
who have visited our Tzaneen municipality today.
Lava namuntlha mi nga kona kwala wadini ya hina kwala ward 19.
Who are here at Ward 19 today.
Hi rhandza ku mi khensa.
Thank you very much.
Ku va mi hetisisa switshembiso swa n'wina ku ri loko mi ta vambile mi ya hi mi yisile eParliament minkarhi hinkwayo a mi hi boheli swilo. Ma vuya eka hina mi ta twa ku ri hina vaakatiko hi ri yini.
For fulfilling your promise that when we have sent you to Parliament, you don't decide things for us, you come back to hear from us.
Namuntlha vaakatiko va vulavurile nawu lowu mi nga ta hi wona.
Today, community members have spoken about the bill you came here.
ta tlhela ta ku vona ku tiko va ri yini hi ku ya hi lava nge ina ha wu sapota na lava nge ina a hi wu sapoti
It
mi
is up
kota
to
ku
you.
teka xiboho.
It is up to you when you go back to go and look through and assess, depending on those who are supporting and those who are against, to lead you to a decision.
Eku heteleleni ni ta ku inkomu vaakatiko ku va mi khodelerile mi tshamile mi yingisele leswi vuyeni bya hina byi nga va nga hetela na byona va nga hetela na swona.
I want to say thank you to the community members for having been patient and sat through and listened to what our guests brought.
Na n'wina vayeni va hina loko mi ta tlhelela kwalomu mi taku hi kona hi ri mi famba kahle xikwembu xi mi hlayisa inkomu.
To our guests as well, as you go back, be safe. Let God be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sophie.
Councillor Snenem, Councillor Sophie.
I think we have come to the end of our meeting.
Ifike makumu ka nhlengeletano ya hina.
I've got few announcements that I want to make.
No va na switiviso swintsongo.
One, tomorrow our public hearing will be at Polokwane
Mundzuma wu ta va wu ri ePulani.
at Jack Sports Hall.
Eholweni ya Jack Bottas.
10 o'clock.
Hi awara ya 10 nimixo.
And then my second announcement is that you must remain seated.
Xitiviso xa vumbirhi leswaku loko hi heta mi tshama hansi mi va ma ha tshamile.
The protectors will usher you.
Vahlayisi va ta va karhi va mi kombeta ku mini. Mi ta kota.
Lastly, Chairperson,
Xo hetelela mutshami wa xitulu.
we have received this pamphlet
Hi kume tsalwa leri.
and I want to repeat what I've said earlier.
Ni lava ku tlhela ni vula leswi ni swi vuleke ku sunguleni.
That is not our pamphlet as Parliament.
Tsalwa leri a hi ra hina tanihi
We
Parliament.
don't know who distributed this pamphlet,
A hi swi tivi leswaku i mani a nga hangalasa tsalwa leri.
so we can't account for it.
A hi koti ku hlamusela hikwalaho ka rona.
The only thing that we have is a bill,
Lexi hina hi nga na xona i nawumbisi ntsena.
and I'm requesting that we don't want to see this happening tomorrow.
Ni kombela leswaku hi nga voni leswi humelela mundzuku.
Whoever who did this today, he must stop that.
Loyi a nga endla leswi namuntlha a vheti a va a yimile.
I think we have come to the end of our meeting. I'm going to request again.
Hi fike makumu ka nhlengeletano ya hina ni ta kombela nakambe.
If you can just close our session with a prayer again, Baba.
Loko mo tlhela mi hi pfalela ntirho wa hina hi xikhongelo baba.
Thank you once more.
Khensile nakambe.
Our dearest Heavenly Father, we would like to thank Thee for having been present amongst us. Heavenly Father, we've realized that because we noticed that there was peace in this gathering. In the name of Jesus, we requested that Ye be with each and every one going to various destinations. In the name of Jesus, we believe that that would be done for us. Amen.
Done.